I'm starting this challenge here in the 1950s with $0, a truck, and an axe. Can we make $10 million? Let's find out. Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 11 of the 1950s survival, going from 0 to $10 million. And you know what? We got $6, and this is the start of the second year. We are now in January, and wait a second, why does that say 1950 still? That's not right. Let me change that over to 1951. I'm not sure what's going to all unlock, but we're definitely going to unlock a few things manually because I am tired of not having equipment that I should be having. Speaking of not having equipment I should be having, we might be getting a gooseneck for this truck. Not sure yet because we ain't got the money for it, but we do have these tractors sitting here that has grass in the trailers. So let's look at that real quick. I'm going to switch it over to 1951 now, and you know what? Let's go ahead and head down a little bit lower here, find the trailers, go ahead and unlock those. They're not going to be, oops, wrong thing. Whether trailers are affected by the game year, we're going to turn that off, and then we're also going to turn off the trucks one because we should have some semis in there. We should have some trailers in there as well. And this happened earlier on with the front loader, so we'll turn that off, turn the front loader tools off as well. That way we can get something to pick up these logs, start getting some better log sizes out there. I would like to do that. Now, if you look very closely, you may notice this trailer right here does have 97,053 liters. Yes, 97,053. Quite a bit. I did go ahead and go in there and edit the file because it was just taking forever. All the trips back and forth. I'm like, nah, not doing that anymore. So let's get this sold off here, see exactly how much money we make from here. I'm pretty excited about it because that money's going up really, really fast. And that was $4,858 from that grass one right there. I think the trailer behind me actually has a little bit more, but I'm gonna go top off with some fuel with this because it's getting pretty low and there's actually some more grass out there on the field. It just got a little too dark for me to see. I didn't realize there was some out there. Maybe I'll pick that up this month here in January. Maybe not. Not sure yet. Now, I really wish the fuel prices were the same as 1951, but it looks like it's not. $83 for the fuel right there. Don't know exactly how much I got, but I know the prices aren't the same as 1951. Here's that big, huge field we previously mowed and started picking up the grass, but it was just really, really dark, and even with the headlights on, I couldn't tell. Looks like I missed some over here. Let's get this starting to pick up because I can actually see it now, and there's no snow on the ground. I didn't want to do any work in the winter months because of snow, but it looks like that's not going to affect me very much. Next up here for the next trailer, we got 148,008 liters of grass. Yes, that is more, and of course that's going to be more money. Now, I believe January is the best sell time for this grass. I should probably check that out. The price fluctuation here for the grass, yes, top off right there is January, so that is looking pretty good. $50. Ooh, man, maybe that is a 1951 price. I don't know. If I could honestly sell 1,000 liters of grass somewhere for $50, I would probably do it. I would be saving all my grass clippings from whenever I mow. Just finished that off right there. Gave us $7,409. Let's go ahead and top this off with some fuel before I make it get back in there on the field. Don't want to run it out. Really not that big of a tank. 79 liters. I don't know what that translates into gallons, but I've got a feeling it's not much. I mean, look how tiny this thing is. It's definitely not going to hold much fuel. I don't even know where the fuel tank is. Looks like the work over here didn't take too long. This one right here has 6,098 liters in it, and I'm assuming that one over there is about done as well because I don't see any other grass on the ground. Yes, it is all done with 10,611 liters. Let's get them both over there and get them sold off. Now we got to go to the store and see Daphne because we got to buy some. Thanks to Justin, he left a comment and did a little research there. Let me know gooseneck trailers were built and developed and used and all that great stuff back in 1947. So we're going to go ahead and change out the dates on some of this stuff and get a gooseneck trailer. Now it may not look like one from 1950, and actually that one that got invented in 1947 was more of a low boy. I did not see that coming, but oh well. We're going to start using more trailers and other equipment that was around in that time. May not look exactly the same, but as long as it was around in that time, that's what we're using. Selling this little bit off right here for $305. I don't even think that was a full trailer last time around. I believe the capacity before editing it was 8,500 liters or something like that. Next trailer here with a little over 10,000 liters, that's going to sell it for $530. Now, 12,791 there in the top right. Yeah, you know what? I don't even think that's enough to buy a trailer, but let's take a quick peek anyways. Hello, Daphne. How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Smokey's Black Book. Who's Smokey? You got other customers besides me? I thought I was your only customer. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money. I believe the one I want's right around $15,000. So it's time to jump back in this truck, head out there, get some more trees to cut up and get those sold off because that's the easy money and we're going to get it real quick. Here I go again, parking on top of that flower pot thingy right there. Oh well, that'll be fine, I think. I believe wood is actually at best sell price right now. Around January, it usually is. So hey, probably get a good price here. Don't know if it's going to be a max or not, but $8,616. That is actually taking us up over the amount we need. So let's go ahead and head back into the store and look at buying that trailer. Now the trailer is going to be a log trailer. Now to load up the logs, I'm going to need something for the tractor, so I might not have enough money to do everything I need to do here. Let's just start with the trailer. Oh, this is the one I'm going to go with. It actually has a date of 2001 on it. Yeah, we're just gonna imagine this is in the 1950s. I'm sure you could find some sort of picture out there similar-ish to this. Idea is I just need something to move wood, and there's definitely something to move wood back in 1951. So I'm not too worried about it. This has universal auto load on it with a length of 6 meters. That is actually why I want it and why I'm gonna get it. There are other ones out there that are cheaper, but they do not have a universal auto load. But let's go ahead and buy this right here for $15,250. Got a new trailer. Now there is another option where I can actually put like a straight neck on it or a drop neck hitch, which I mean ain't a bad idea, but we're on the conversation of gooseneck, so let's go ahead and do it. We can look in the back of my truck and see there's a little bit of an issue. I never got that gooseneck attachment stuff all put together on this truck because I didn't think I'd ever really use it. Let's take it into the shop real quick, get a little upgrade to this truck, see how much that costs. Hopefully it's not much. $6,000 left. I think that might be enough to get everything we need. It appears this costs $0. I will definitely take that. Yeah, I remember that earlier on whenever I got it. All the upgrades to it was $0. Hey, I am perfectly fine with that. One issue I see here, which is probably a pretty big issue, is the fact that that is really low. Let's see if it actually goes through there, and it does. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to use this because the turning radius can't be much with that stuff being in the way, and looks like I could just turn right through it. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I like that. Little change of plans. I don't like the way it goes through that wood there, so we're just going with the regular hitch. Hey, thanks for looking that up, Justin. Huge shout out to you. Anybody else got any tips, tricks, or anything like that, go ahead and give them out there. Now, I should probably do a follow me mod with a tractor behind me, but it's going to drive so slow, so I ain't going to worry about it too much, because if we got to deck that tractor out, let's head out to a little forested area. I say this little patch of trees right here will do the job. Now, this does auto load 6-meter logs, but I'm not going to auto load because I got to roll with auto load. I got to have the equipment first, so I guess I will be using auto load, but I need the equipment to manually do it myself first, and then I will auto load. So let's get that equipment. First thing up, bringing the tractor in the shop here, we got to get some sort of an attachment for a front loader. This is the only option I have, that quickie, $500. We will customize, add that. Wish I could change color on it, blend it in a little better, but that's not an option. And talking with Daphne, they now offer drive-by services. So I just drive on up, hit the button, and we are in the shop. Ooh, this is not good at all. Man, $7,000 for that? You gotta be kidding me. Any other options in here? Give me a cheaper one or something. I mean, these go to very specific things right there, so I know I can't use that, unfortunately. Back out here in the woods, but this time around, I'm actually gonna grab some of the biggest trees. As we know, they actually pay better, so I should definitely get enough money from these 3 I'm gonna cut down and move, if it will actually cut through it. Come on. There it goes, cutting it down right now. Perfect. 3 big old trees sound like a good idea in my mind, but man, this truck is surely struggling a little bit there. I mean, 30 miles an hour, I'm liking it still. Let's get it over to our cut up area, get it all cut up, get it sold off, and make some good money. Oh, it's struggling even more now. Ooh, this might be the most struggle this truck's been put through. The front tire's bouncing off the ground this time, not just spinning, bouncing. Okay, let's see if we can actually get it over there to the sell point. It's moving, it's just not moving very fast. Well, this time around, parking my truck this way was actually a lot easier. Ooh, look at that flex on there. Mainly is a lot easier because this thing was popping willies the whole entire time up here. Let's go ahead and sell this off though. Well, I got a feeling it's gonna be a lot. $20,826. I really don't know if that's the max we've made so far. I don't think it's the most logs I've pulled, but it's definitely enough money to get everything else we need to upgrade our logging situation here. I'm assuming I'm gonna go with this one right here. It does have a 60 horsepower requirement to run. That's kind of interesting. I don't have 60 horsepower. How am I supposed to run a front loader if that's not gonna be the one working? Maybe it is a different one inside here. There is this one right here. Oh, that's got 80 horsepower. Okay, what's this right here? I don't know if that goes on or not. Come on, this is not looking very promising or good at all because I do not have 60 horsepower. We're gonna give it a try though. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple here. Keep the colors the same. Don't want to charge anything extra. $7,000. We were gonna buy that. Now to go on the front of that's gonna be some sort of log tool thing. Now I don't know if they had any of that back in the 1950s, but I know I could easily hook up a chain to the logs, lift them onto that trailer. So that's kind of what I'm simulating and I'll be doing. You know what, better yet, to simulate the whole picking up by a chain thing, let's actually pick it up by a strap right here, $250. This is a big bag lifter, but it should be able to lift up other stuff off the ground. Been a while since I used it or anything like it. Hopefully it still works that way. No idea. Now, one thing I am a little concerned with is that back side lifted up. We cannot have the back coming off the ground because that is where our power comes from, those back 2 wheels. Let's get a weight in here. Not sure what weight, but I'm sure it's gonna look pretty. For $450, able to get this weight weight right here. Got a nice little drum. Let's give it a try though. To be honest with you, I didn't really have very many weights in there. I only had like 2 or 3 options, and maybe that has to do with the whole year thing, but this is there. It might be enough weight. Probably not. We're gonna give it a try. First attempt here, got it lowered all the way down. I believe I just hit this button right here. Yes, looks like it's snapping to it. It is picking it up. Back end's bouncing just a little, but hey, I think it's gonna work out great. Now the issue I do see coming up is the fact that those the poles are just a little too tall. Oh man, this is not good. Let's see if I can figure something out. Just hit it faster, right? Possibly easy fix here. What I did was raise the ground. I was looking for some ramps, but I didn't have any installed, so I just went ahead and raised the ground instead. Now here's the thing. Will it get close enough and will it not flip over? Well, I think it's flipping, but we'll just detach it right there. Looks like it does work. It works out good enough, I guess. But we now have a way of moving logs a little more efficiently, not with this setup, but the auto load setup. We will utilize that auto load moving forward. And $18,000 there in the top right, but hey, that number's about to shoot way up because we're about to make some money a lot faster thanks to lifting logs and putting them in a trailer. That's an amazing invention that happened well before the 1950s. Now this trailer here might not be a 1950s one, but hey, you don't got all those perfect mods out there, so I'm doing what I can with what I got. Let's go ahead and start utilizing the auto load on this trailer, but there's one little issue with using the auto load on this trailer. If you cut it to 6 meters, it doesn't quite work. You got to cut it just a little bit below 6 meters. We'll see that here in a minute. Now I'm not going to worry about bringing that tractor over here. I'm just going to go ahead and use the auto load. Now my one rule I always have with auto load is I must have the equipment to do it, and guess what? I do have the equipment to do it. I tested that out last episode at the end there, and it worked. Now did it work great? That's a whole nother story. It just worked. Let's put it that way. Let's get this trailer all loaded up, get it sold off, because I am really excited to see what kind of money we make off this full trailer load, because I've never sold a full trailer. It's going to be a new record. I don't know. Now there's a couple ways to get these under that 6 meters, even though this thing does snap to 6 meters. I'll show you all that just here in a second. Let's get this delimbed and cut down and all that good stuff. You know, delimbing it's so much easier here on 22. Hopefully they get that updated on 25 to do the same as this does. I'm not sure if that is a mod. I really thought it was base game, but right now I got to set the snap to 6 meters. We'll even see that in the top left there. Desired length 6 meters. I don't want anything to do with that. How can I change it? I don't know. How do I turn it off? I really don't know. Let's just get it out of that length right there. And I'm gonna pay attention in the bottom left of that top left where it says length, it says 6 meters. I'm gonna go a little bit to the right and just go ahead and cut it where it's under 6 meters. So now I know it's under 6 meters. We are good. And I'm just gonna watch that. 5.9 meters. We are good. It's gonna load. If I do 6 meters, sometimes it will load. Most of the time it won't. So I don't even want to chance it. Now the only way I've got it to work perfectly is if I use a tree harvester, but I don't think tree harvesters were exactly a thing back in 1951. Then next up, I'm going to use the universal auto load that's on this trailer here. Not all trailers have it. There are some other ones out there that have it. There are some other types of auto loads, but I just pull up to it, got to be stopped, and then I hit the correct hotkey or key configuration button, load it up in there. It's working out great. Now I'll just keep doing that over and over again until this trailer's completely full. Hopefully this truck can pull this trailer completely full. I might have to go back to a gooseneck. I don't know what's better. What do y'all think's better? A gooseneck or a bumper pull for carrying weight? I'm going to say gooseneck. I just noticed this. What is this? So I'm watching the links there like I showed y'all earlier, and if I get out of this where it's showing the green, I raise it up just a little bit, it says do something here. Well, they spell something wrong, but I'm just really confused. What in the world? Now, I believe January is the best sell time for wood. We'll take a quick look at that in a second, and I should probably start up some mowers, but the grass is not exactly at the highest height. I don't think it is. And also, there's snow on the forecast. I don't want to be mowing whenever there's snow on the ground or snow coming down, so we'll just hold off on the mowing for right now in the month of January, and I'm probably not going to stay in the month of January very long. Wood price right now is on a downward trend at $11.05, so $1,105. We will take a quick look at that price fluctuation though, and it shows that as the highest price. It's actually above where the line goes in January. So I guess the highest price is $1,095. Looks like we are over that. And speaking of sell points and all that stuff, I'm thinking I need to get another sell point in so I save on how many times I got to run over to that shop area. I'd like to get something a little bit closer, probably on our land, maybe one day. Even though I'm going through here, cutting these down, cutting them 6 meter-ish, and then loading them up, it's like, hey, maybe it would still be faster if I just drug them over to that big open area, butt them all up against each other, then cut them up. I don't know. I'm starting to think it would be. It'd definitely be a lot easier to see, I can put it that way, because it's kind of tied up in this area. I got logs rolling away from me and all kinds of stuff happening. Now that might be the last one. Oh, wait, nope, there we go. One more. Oh, come on, what's going on with this one? Why is that one loading up on there? Okay, perfect. You know what? This is full enough. I'm going to call it good. Let's get it over to the sell point, sell it off. It looks like it might take a little bit more. Well, it looks like it's full. I don't know if it would take any more. Oh, a little wobbly there, though. That's going to prove to be a little bit of an issue. Big, huge trailer full the logs right here. You know what? How much is actually on this? Because this is definitely a record as far as how many I've moved at once. But I mean, I was taking notes on that as far as using the chains. But we'll go ahead and sell this off right here. There it goes. Took a second. $19,410. Ooh, wow. I guess 3 of those larger trees was paying more, I think, because I gave me like 20 grand previously. Interesting. I have to rethink my strategy here. Maybe pulling them's a little bit better. Maybe pulling them's a little bit faster. Maybe pulling them will make me more money. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try to load this up with nothing but large ones, though. Do a little comparison there. Maybe we'll break that 20-something thousand, get up into the 30,000. I know we're at $38,166 right there. That's looking really nice. And I'm thinking more and more, I should be mowing right now. Yeah, let me check the weather. Yep, not gonna do it because looks like that snow is coming and it's staying for a while. 1500 to 1800 is when the snow's gonna hit, so we got just a little bit longer and then that snow's gonna be here. I better get to work. I ended up cutting down 4 of those large 30-something meter trees and I couldn't even load it all up in here. Maybe if I started with some of the smaller stuff or mixed some of the small stuff with the large stuff, it could have fit and worked out. No. Flip it over, come on. Oh man, I really thought I'd land it. You know what? I'll just do this. Anyways, like I was saying, I could probably have mixed some of the little ones in there with the big ones and cut down on some of these gaps that's in here and maybe got more in this. But either way, I think this is going to pay out pretty good because if I got 4 bases in there of a large tree, it's probably going to be a really good payday all by itself. And for the moment of truth, there we go, $21,959, and that is horrible. Man, maybe Dragon Tree is better. I could come up with a better way besides that, which would involve really doing nothing. I think there's a better way of doing it all, and we'll end up getting to that one day as far as putting in like some sort of wood production or wood storage building and just dragging it all over, moving it all over that way. That way it can be sped up. Now, I got some more back here on the ground. Let me go get those loaded up, cut up another tree or 2, and finish topping off this trailer. Snow's coming down a little too hard. Let's go ahead and get out of the woods, head back over there, get it sold, see how much money we have to play with, and maybe get some sort of production in. I don't know if I'm going to get this episode, probably next one. I'm really interested to see what's out there. And you know what? We're going to sleep till springtime as well. Whoa, come on, man. Okay, you know what? I swear I know how to drive. Just a little partial trailer here, not expecting much, but $14,055. That's what we got. Now in the month of March, and for some reason it took us to 1952. It said 6 new vehicles were available. I don't know why it took us to 52. Let's go ahead and take it back down to 51. I guess the year marker is a little different on here than I was thinking. It is not letting me change it. So unfortunately, we are now in the year 1952. Fun. So yeah, let's just ignore that up there. It allows me to change the base year, but it's not letting me make any changes besides that. Let's see here. Can I go down to 1950 possibly? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay, we are good. So it looks like in March is whenever the year magically changes to 52 or will change. So I'll have to remember that and not change it in January of next year. That's going to be kind of hard not to do. Anyways, we're here in March. Got snow on the ground. That's not right. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick with an easy dev mod. Need to hurry up and get this mod over on 25 because it is a lifesaver. Hit reload weather. There we go. That should be correct. Let's check out the weather in here. And it's 54. That's kind of low still, but the snow is going away. With it being springtime, it's time to do some mowing. Now, mowing, planting, I don't know yet. First, I want to get the grass off the ground, then we'll put some sort of field in. Can't see the actual road that I put in, so it looks like I might have to drive the course around to create one of these. So let's go ahead and delete this CP1 right here. How do I delete it? Maybe it's over here somewhere. There it is right there. Delete custom field. Yes. And my grand idea here is to kind of clear out this area over here, get the grass gone, and then we'll start putting our first field in over here. I don't like how much of a hill it is, but I think we should be able to navigate the hill fairly easy. Well, we'll be able to navigate it okay-ish. All done drawing up this first field right here. It's 0.99 acres. Ooh, I really don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna have to make it a little bit bigger because let's make it say 1 acre. I think I can edit it right in here somehow. Yes, I can. I'm gonna have to widen it up some, but this is the area I'm looking at going to and going through and all that. Now it is pretty rounded edge, so to easily get that 1 acre, I'll just go ahead and move some of these out however I do that. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with y'all. That's a little bit better. 1.01 acres. Okay, that 01's really messed with me. Let me do a little more. Haha, got it. 1 acre exactly. I'm definitely not gonna do that moving forward. That was way too much. Even stop time because how much time I was wasting doing it. Let's get that back up to 5 times speed. Now that little section right there, we're gonna go through getting it all mowed up, picked up, and then we're gonna turn it into some sort of field. Now, I don't know. I mean, 1 acre doesn't sound like much, but it also sounds like a lot, especially for how small this equipment is and how small this next plow is gonna be and all that good stuff. But I do got $74,000. Maybe I can go ahead and get some more tractors in and make it go a little bit faster. Got that first mower off and going. Now it's time to go ahead and detach all this extra stuff from this mower, get it all hooked up and get it out there as well. So we are just finishing up mowing, picking up the grass right now. There's a little bit around the edge. I realized I messed up setting up this course. Oh well, it's fine. I'll go through, grab that myself with this tractor. Then after that, we get to plow, build, and possibly start getting our first field ready. I don't know. I mean, this is moving kind of fast. I got it on 5x speed. Not sure if all this is going to be finishing up fast enough. And oh my gosh, it's going to hit that truck. Hold up, let me get this up out of the way because it's totally in the way. I did not expect it to make that turnaround like that. Now, somewhere around here, I have another forage wagon. Where in the world is it? Oh, hey, there it is up there by the shop. There's my forage wagon. Hey, while I'm up here, let's go ahead and go say good morning to Daphne. Daphne's our store attendant, owner of this place over here. I'll just yell it from here. Good morning, Daphne! I think she heard me. It's all good. We'll hook up to this trailer, go get that little round part around the edge of the field, and then I'll probably go ahead and start plowing up the field as the grass is being taken off at the same time. I don't know if it's going to end up overlapping with each other. I'm not even sure how wide these plows are. Yeah, it's not looking good. I just got a notification saying that tractor is blocked by an object again. I'm pretty sure it was this truck. Once again, come on, how far do I gotta back this thing up? It could have been that mower right there. Let me get that out of the way as well. There we go. If we have any more issues with that, I'm gonna end up, I don't know, quitting this and never playing this ever again. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep going at this. You know, I was actually starting up this game here. It's been a minute since I started up FS22 and it was taking forever to load. And I was like, oh no, please don't be messed up. Please don't be messed up. I used to have so many issues with like the file getting messed up or corrupted or something like that. So I'd have to end series, but I've been very grateful that that has not happened yet on this series, knock on wood. And yes, this is a wood desk and I'm knocking on it. I kind of want to just get all the grass in one of these forage pickup wagons, so let me go ahead and dump this out on the ground. I believe I just hit this button right here and no, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. How do I unload this? There's a force unload somewhere on here. It might be control I possibly. I hit I didn't work. Oh gosh, that's huge. Let's see if that tractor could drive over that. I was trying to spread it out a little better than that. It's not looking promising. Either way, I'm done with this forage wagon. Let's go buy us a plow. We'll definitely be able to get up there closer to Daphne and say hello and good morning. 10 a.m. on March. Ooh, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna plant. I don't even know if this field's gonna be done and ready by the end of this month. Don't forget, we got drive-through services here. We just pull up on our tractor right here. Good morning, Daphne. Well, hello, LFG. What can I help you with today? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes I just get a little crazy, a little cuckoo in my head here. Okay, we'll turn that off. Let's go ahead and find this plow. First thing is we're going to check those sales items. Ooh, nothing in here yet that we can get, but man, this roller is kind of calling my name. It's really, really calling my name, actually. A nice 48% off, and we're going to need a roller. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and buy that right now. I mean, we got plenty of money. What kind of configuration we got going on there? I guess if we do this right here, that means we can connect multiple together, but I'm assuming that would multiply the amount of horsepower we need. So if we did one of these rollers for 30 horsepower, another one back here for another 30 horsepower, another one back here for another 30, that's going to put us at 90, and we got nothing that can actually pull that. So we'll just stick with this for right now. Maybe try that later. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe something else can go back there. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this right here. Not sure if I'm gonna get another roller to attach back there, but we might give it a try. Go ahead and buy that right there for $2,838. Plenty of money there. Plenty. I like that. I was looking through the plows, but I couldn't remember exactly how much horsepower I have. So 51 horsepower. That's that ain't looking good. I mean, we got 90 here. Maybe this thing could plow. I mean, 7 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. Also, I got to consider how fast will the plow even allow me to go. I mean, hey, this DT75 right here, that's probably going to be our plower. Now, I did label it as a bulldozer in some shorts and called it a bulldozer in the videos in the past. Apparently, it's not actually a bulldozer. Anybody know what that actually is? Leave that in the comment. It appears our largest plow option right now is 1.5 meters wide. Oh gosh, I hate this. I think I hate it. I don't know. So this one has a horsepower requirement of 80. Obviously, that's going to be our bigger tractor that we use for the logs. And then this one over here does not have a horsepower requirement. So I'm actually kind of hoping maybe it's kind of like weightless or something like that. It would just work with anything. And that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to give this a try right here. 1.5 meters wide. We'll leave it that color. I don't mind it. Maybe, I don't know what kind of color options we got. I like me some nice red. Yeah, that ain't a bad idea. Blue's looking pretty good too. Man, what do I want? What do I want? Let's just leave it green. We'll buy that for $1,200. That is now ours. And I don't know where that went. Apparently, I got a shop deliveries mod active somewhere out there. I did not realize that happened, or I would not have wasted my time driving up here. Oopsie. Let's go find that. I guess they're all the way out here. I must have accidentally hit something to do a shop deliveries thing. Sometimes I accidentally hit that button trying to run fast. And yeah, this is where it's at. Blocked objects again. That is What in the world is going on? That's popped up like 4 times in the last little bit here, and that will explain it. That will definitely explain it. I'm not going to waste my time driving all the way out there. I went ahead and removed that shop deliveries. Like I said, I must have accidentally placed it down over there. I remember I was over there doing some logging and running around pretty fast. So I will just go ahead and click reset on those 2 items, get them delivered back here to the shop. I don't think I've even used that mod this series. I mean, I'm trying to save every little bit of money I can possibly save, and that mod does eat up some extra money I don't want to waste. And looking into it, looks like the shop is still over there. What is going on? Come on, I thought that button reset it. Nope, I gotta figure this out. What the heck's going on? I just had to look up the mod, and apparently I'm hitting the right button. It's just not working. I don't see anything in the key bindings for this mod, so that is very, very unfortunate. It looks like I'm gonna have to pay a shop delivery fee every single time, because even if I put it up here, I'll still have to pay that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start having all my stuff delivered down here. I'm gonna pay it, and I'm gonna have it delivered. Why not? Looks like it's registering this at a 1.3 meter working width. I guess that's fine, and that block by an object has been happening a whole lot. Apparently that tractor down there at the end has a very hard time navigating around a big rock wall, and I do have it set up on turnaround on field only, but I guess it's not registering this custom field as a field quite yet. Oh no, oh no, I did not realize we don't even actually own all this land. I just laid it down and says, hey, you don't have access to this land, plus I got to turn on create a field. I was not paying attention here, and this ended up wrapping over this line right here, which we do not own the land. Oh gosh, this is horrible. Okay, what do I do here? First off, let's see how much the land costs. I believe like 80 something thousand, $85,000. Okay, what do I do? What do I sell? That's the main question. I guess I gotta sell some logs. Let's get some sold real quick. Not quite full here, but I believe this is like 5 trees, the ones that are like 20 something meters long. I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna make from this. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but if it is, great. If it's not, I got some grass to sell off. Oh gosh, don't flip over. Ooh, kind of a little close there. But no, the grass is done picking up, so I will get that sold off next. If this is not enough, either way, I'll sell it off, even if it is enough. There we go. We sold that off for $16,928. Yes, that was actually enough. We'll go ahead and buy that little piece of land, start that plow up, and then get that grass sold off as well. I am still very shocked how I messed this up. I don't understand it at all. Why didn't any of y'all call me out on this? Did I not show an aerial view after I was done? Actually, I did. I was looking at that 1 acre thing. Why didn't any of y'all catch this? No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. I didn't catch it. I guess other people didn't notice it. Oh well. There we go. Workers off and going. As you can tell, I did overlap quite a bit on that grass pickup. That's what I was saying. That's a little bit off there. And it's going 12 miles an hour. That is awesome. Now, I do have that mod that allows a little bit faster up speed, real speed limit mod or something like that. Let's see how this comes out. From my past experiences, the rocks are not very big on this map. And honestly, I don't even know if we got anything to pick up the stones or rocks in the 1950s. I'm sure we can find something, because I definitely don't want those rocks on the ground. I believe I got them turned on. Let's check that real quick after, of course, saving. I do. I got crop destruction on, pure plowing, and field stones and weeds. There we go. I just can't quite see them. Oh, there they are. They're starting to come in a little bit better, or I can see them better now. Yeah, they're all pretty small, so I might not worry about them, depending on how long it's going to take to pick them up. Almost 28,000 liters of grass was inside this thing right here. We'll get that sold off. Looks like it went up pretty good, $1,269. So giving us some money there. I did actually forget I needed some money to hire that worker. Now, I don't exactly got anything else to do except go cut down some more trees, and I will do that to keep that money coming up while that worker goes away there. Or I could take over for the worker, but who in the world likes plowing? I know I don't. Got a full trailer of logs here. Could not take any more. It looks like the plowing job is going along nicely. Now, that thing's not running into the rocks over there like the other job was, and oh, no. Come on, really? I swear I know how to drive. I was just a little distracted by the bits and pieces I missed there. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and get this flipped back over and sold off. I'm really hoping this is going to be a pretty good payday. I think it will be. Let's see here. $21,437. Yeah, right around $20,000 seems to be a full trailer full. Not bad. Might be going up some. Kind of weird, because I thought January was the best sell price for wood, but it's really not looking like it because of past sales I've done whenever I first started this map versus January and versus now in March. Yeah, I don't know if January really is. It says it is. The number's higher, but am I really making more money? I don't think I am. I do got some more trees out on the ground. I'll go ahead and cut down some more as well. Let's get one more trailer sold off and then finish up that plowing job. I might take over for that worker. I'm sure I can go a little bit faster. Last load of logs I'm probably going to do for this month. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely the last one for this episode, and that is quite a bit on there. I did have to throw one up there by hand because I'm super strong. Now, there was only one left on the ground. I wasn't going to leave it behind or come back back for it. $23,079. Yes, that is looking pretty good. That is looking a little higher than previously because, like I said, I had to throw one up there by hand. Now, I am using the universal auto load if y'all didn't know, but there's one rule with me using the universal auto load. I must have the stuff to load it myself. So yes, I can use a tractor to load this, but hey, that's going to take ridiculously long, and this is already going to take long enough with really small working with like this 1.3 meters, even though it's advertised as 1.5. That's false advertisement. We should probably sue them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take over, finish this job up, claim all the glory for myself, just like any great manager out there would do. They would come in at the end, start doing the work, and say, hey, look what all I did. Wrapping up the last little bits and pieces right here, and man, I never thought this would come to an end. Actually, it went a lot faster than I thought it would. 1 acre field, down, done, all good to go. Now I'm really thinking I'm gonna be very, very disappointed in the yield that comes off this field. I don't even know what I'm gonna plan on it, but there's rocks on the ground. Let's see if we can pick those up somehow. Let's drop this plow off in our little lot over here first. I want to make sure I turn off that creative field because I was going to set it down before I detached it. Now I'm actually still too scared to set it down before detaching because I'm still afraid it's going to create a field. So we'll just detach it and let it drop to the ground. Let's head into the store now, see Daphne once again, see what all we can get. And this is a nice sight to see. Now I do have precision farming on. Not sure how 1950s that is. I don't even know if I can take it off. Not sure if it's required for some of the mods I have. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it, go with it. It's fine. I'm not going to be doing any of the soil samples myself. Just going to be buying them. So we'll buy them here in just a little bit. Not right now, maybe not. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy them. We kind of need them. I was just thinking maybe I should hold off on buying them. That way I can put in some more fields. Well, we'll get to that eventually. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and purchase soil samples. $1,312. There we go. Got to get this one as well because I ended up going over the field. That's $262 all done there. So it's coming out to, what is this? We got sandy loam and loam, something like that. Oh, ooh, man, my bad, running really, really fast. We do have a major problem out there. I mean, big problem. Let's run over here real quick. It would be nice if I can run fast, but it's all good. So these two mowers right here, I cannot find them anywhere in the shop. Doesn't even say I own them. So Lizard FHMB-2 and then Lizard HHMB-7. These two mowers. So I had that nice mower set up. People are asking, hey, where can I find the mowers? Turns out I don't know. Even looking in the owned items, we don't have them anywhere in here. There's not even a single tab that says mowing on it. That's a big issue. Don't have anything leased either, and I cannot find them anywhere in the store as well. I don't know. Maybe they were tied to only 1950? Maybe? Not sure though. Can't find them on the mod hub either. Even search those names. Nothing out there. I didn't do too big of a deep dive into it, but people were asking about them. I couldn't find them. I don't know how they just disappeared. Maybe somebody took them off the mod hub. Not sure. But hey, we got some soil samples in right here. We got to do some planting here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and take care of the soil, I guess. No, we wouldn't do that yet. We'd actually plant something first, and then we'd do the liming and fertilize and see how much we use. So let's find something to plant some seeds in the ground there. I think we only have like one thing we could plant this month. There might be a couple things in here. We'll see here. We got oats. That's what I'm heading for right now. I mean, there's sunflowers, potatoes, all that good stuff, but I'm going with oats. Now, there was another issue I ran into, which was there was no harvesters. So I backed out, got a harvester and everything. We'll look at that in the shop here. Got 3 harvesters on here now. Apparently, this International 141 was made back in 1920. So this is probably what we're going with. These actually are kind of more modernized, believe it or not. They're above the 1950s. At least I think they are from the research I did. I might use them anyways because, hey, they look pretty old. But I guess this one was from 1920 or something like that from the research I found on Google. So no big deal there. We'll probably end up running with that one. It's looking pretty good. Now, I'm not liking the price. I like this $4,000 one a little bit better, but oh well, we'll be fine. Let's just hit the shop over here, go see Daphne and purchase some seed and stuff and get some oats in the ground. Looks like somebody left the tractor in the way. Daphne, can you see me? You know what? We'll just do the drive-through service. Hello, Daphne. There's a couple options here. I can actually go really easy with it with this seed distributor. I don't know how I feel about that because that seems way too easy. It's not actually putting anything in the ground. It's spreading across the top of it and it works. So, I mean, should I not? These ones actually go into the ground 1.8 meter wide, 1.8 meter wide. This one's 12 meters wide. That's why I'm just thinking, hey, should I do it? Should I not? Kind of up in there on this, and it holds 800 liters. Wow, that is crazy. These other ones hold 85. What is the difference in these two? Oh, okay, one's PC only mod, one's a console mod. So they're exactly the same. One's a name brand, which is going to be a PC mod, and then there's the Lizard one, which is the console mod. So a lot of things out there are named Lizard, even though they're real look into a real brand. You know, I kind of like this red color here, so I'm going to go with that. It's going to be $1,250. Might even get a second one in here. That way I can use both the tractors at the same time. Okay, forgot I had that shop's delivery mod on once again. It's back all the way over here, so I'll start probably calling up here with my carrier pigeon and having stuff delivered instead of coming up here and seeing Daphne every day. Just over here thinking about doing something with our custom field too. It's actually all on our land perfectly, so this is a pretty big field here. It's already there, so I might end up turning it into a permanent grass field. Nice flat, should work out pretty good. Might even turn it into a regular field as well. I don't know yet. Some sort of grain field. There's one issue with that. We need another tractor to run another part of that mower if I'm going to do that, or I can just go ahead and buy a whole nother mower setup because that mower setup right there is no longer available. So it's actually sounding like a good idea. Just go ahead and get another motor setup. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm a good driver. You know what? That roller right there on the ground, I'm pretty sure that roller right there on the ground is not going to help us any. I think it might be a grassland roller. It's not going to help us push the seeds down. We'll give it a try once I get it in the ground though. To make things a little bit easier and stop from having to buy pallet after pallet, even though I probably don't need much pallet after pallet. We're going to get this multi-fruit buying station right here. That's going to allow us to go ahead and fill up with all the products we need, solid fertilizer, lime, whatever, seeds. So we'll head over there right now, get some seeds put in this seeder, open that thing up right there. Wish it had some solid fertilizer thing built into it, but that's all good. Just add a little extra step I got to do, and I don't think they had a multi-combination type one back in 1951 anyways. Wow, that was really fast. I couldn't even see anything pour out of there. It was like a little drop. 85 liters though for $57. I got a feeling I'm gonna do this over and over and over again. Might have to get some sort of seed runner to come out here and keep this thing filled up. It appears worker is off and going here. Seeds is dropping down to 83, so 97%, and the little stones in there. Those should roll down into the ground and not actually be an issue, so I don't need to pick them up. There is a way for me to pick them up. I'm not gonna worry about that quite yet. Now we got no nitrogen in there. pH value is reading good. I'll put a little bit of lime on there. I'll put some fertilizer on there once this is all done. While that's going on, I'm going to be focusing on getting that field 2 cleared, mowed up. Now let's go ahead and remove these mowers we already have right here. I don't know how I'm going to do that because I can't really find them in the shop area. Maybe I have the shop deliveries thing on there, or not the shop deliveries, the mobile vehicle workshop. That's what I'm talking about right there. We can go in here and sell it. So we'll repair, repaint, and then sell it off. Hopefully we're making a little bit of profit there. I'm not paying that close of attention. Now it's probably a mistake because this is actually a really wide working width for 1950. I just don't know where it went. Like, I can't find it anywhere. I was about to make a mistake and drive back up to the store like I'm used to doing, but that's not a good idea because I don't get the stuff delivered there. Now I'm thinking about changing that shop deliveries mod. Just go ahead and put it up there, paying a little extra fee with it. I kind of like going up there and seeing Daphne. Kick it old school, go in there, talk to them and everything. That's how people socialized. I mean, they were out and about more. They couldn't just order stuff online like I'm doing right now. In the mowers here, and I am not seeing it anywhere. Now, how much horsepower do I have? Because that's 2 meters right there, and I'm really looking forward to using it. But 50 horsepower. Let's see here. What am I running? I don't think I'm at 50. Oh, I'm at 51. Interesting. So it might be a little difficult, but I think I can get the job done. Yeah, looking in here, I don't see those mower options at all. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was a future mower I accidentally grabbed. New, used. Oh, that is nice. I like that. I mean, we would be buying it new back then, and then it'd be a little used. Extra $200 for a new one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy it new. Maybe if this was like the year 2000, I could get a used one. Well, this just came out. 1951 is the date on it. This stuff is brand new. Let's see if it works though. I'm only 1 horsepower over. I got a feeling it's going to struggle. Maybe going down to a 1.8 meter wide mower might be the correct way to go because there was a few 1.8s in there. Or just run with this. We'll see. And I'm actually kind of concerned this might not even leave a dropping on the ground to pick up because it looks more like one of those ones that don't. That's a little interesting. Even though it says it's 2 meters, it's only registering as 1.6 meters here. Really interesting. So maybe this thing is not worth it. Worker's off and going, and man, that thing is pulling good. I do have a real speed mod option, but I'm not even using it. So it's maxing out at its full speed there. I guess I'll keep it going. I know it's not the full 2 meters, but in the past I used one of those 1.8 meters. I'll show you what I'm talking about. One of these right here that push out the side, and whenever I used that, it did a bunch of overlapping. I didn't really like that at all. So hey, we're good. And who knows, maybe once I buy it, it actually won't say like 1.6 or wait, there's 1.8. I thought I saw it somewhere. Maybe it won't say that 1.8. Maybe it will say 1.4 or something like that, because it seems like a lot of these are a little bit off once I go to put it into course play. This is going to go around and around on CP2, custom field 2. And once that's done right there, we'll go ahead and pick up the grass and probably turn this into a permanent grass field, actually plant grass in it. While all this is going on, the workers are off and going. I'm going to be working on some logging. Need to get that money up. I really want to upgrade my whole logging situation, get some sort of sawmill in, and get a nice semi-trailer to go with it as well. Of course, before I jump over to the whole logging part, let's go ahead and check out this worker here. I don't know how many headlands that was, but looks like it's running pretty good, and it might have missed a few pieces here and there. It needs to be refilled. That's exactly why I came over here. I thought it was getting pretty close, and looky there it was. Let's stop this off again. Another whatever it was, $60, $50. I don't know. I know it just doesn't hold much. There's one thing out there I'm really worried about, and that is the time. It's 17:04, so 5 p.m. And those oats got to go in the ground either this month or next month. I don't know how it's going to work if it runs into next month as well. So I mean, I'm not too worried. I'm just worried that part of the field is going to be ready to harvest, and the other part's going to be waiting a month. I guess no big deal. At least I'm not missing the planting time. I'm sure that's going to come up eventually one time. Trying to plant a large field out there and not having enough time. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. But it's getting pretty late. I'll probably be going into dark with that planting and keep all that going. Now, as far as harvesting the grass field, I don't care too much about that. That can go in the ground anytime. Well, almost anytime the grass can go in the ground. But once that field gets done planting with oats, it'd be bedtime, and it's probably going to be really dark when that happens. Got our first load of logs of many more because, man, there's so many loads of logs. Oh, no, I mean, I'm going to get in on this episode, of course. But, hey, we'll sell that off right there for $22,385. Looking pretty good. Now, I did not throw that one on top. You may be thinking I did, but no, it actually loaded in there somehow. That's amazing. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Let's look into the shop things. Let's see exactly what I am working towards because I am very interested in getting a semi truck. Now, there are all these unlocked. I guess I unlocked them all at one point, but this one right here, 1949 Kenworth 524. This thing is nice. $55,000 now. If I go for an upgraded engine of some sort, looks like that does not change the price. Looks like nothing in here. Oh, wait, that changes the price. Okay, I guess a few things change the price, but the engine upgrade doesn't somehow. And I'll get some nice customization to it one day, but we do have enough money for it now. And I almost made a big mistake. That is, I wanted to go ahead and sleep through the rest of the night, and I decided, no, that's probably not a good idea because this field over here needs to be rolled, and I believe if I sleep through the night, the needed rolling part will stay there, but I won't be able to actually roll it. So let's go ahead and get some sort of roller in here. I did mention I don't think this one works. Let's give it a try first, and then we'll see about getting a roller in. This one over here I got over on sale, used vehicles. It's nice. Hey, something on sale, 50% off, why not? But I wasn't quite paying attention or couldn't see what category it was actually in. It's in the grassland category, so I believe it's a roller for grass. I'm not sure, won't know until we give it a try, and this might take forever, but let's just see if it does the job, and I don't think it is. It's not changing that texture. Generally, it would change the texture if it was working, and needs rolling is still there. So let's get this off the field out of the way. I will keep it because I am working on currently getting a grass field in right over there on our field too. Mowing's still going on. Nighttime's coming in. I gotta get this rolling done before night is over with. I wonder how this thing works out. Invisible rollers working with 12 meters. That's sounding really good. Now, let's not do that. I guess there are some pretty cheaty mods in here. I never realized that one. We're gonna go with one of these ring rollers. There's ring roller old, ring roller 4000. What is that? 4 meters, but 60 horsepower. We don't have that. Well, we do on our big blue, but we're not gonna go for that. I want to drive a little bit faster. I'm hoping I could drive a little bit faster with this compared to the 7 miles an hour our little bulldozer does. For $1,500, we're going to buy that. Somehow this is coming out to 3.2 meters instead of the 2.5. I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's go ahead and get it going. And then, of course, I got to pay close attention to make sure it works. While this is going, I still got some trees to cut down. Working towards getting a lot of money there. I did show off that little semi I want to get, that Kenworth 1949. Needs rolling. Why does it still say needs rolling? What in the world is going on? Oh, okay, there goes. It disappeared now. Ooh, man, really worried there. But yeah, I'm working towards getting a Kenworth 1949. Now I need a trailer to pull that. I did a little research apparently in 1940s or whatever, 1950s. The common logging trailer was between 16 and 20 foot depending on the region, but it was no longer than 40. 40-foot trailers came in later, so I'm going to keep it under 40 foot. I was really wanting to get a big trailer for logging, but I'll keep it under that. There's a 15 meter or 12 meter trailer out there, I believe. What is it, a 12 meter trailer out there? That will do the job. And of course, it's got auto load on it. I ain't no animal. I wonder if like portable spotlights was a thing back in 1951. I know there's mods out there for it. I don't think it's going to say 1950 on it though. It's probably going to be something more modernized. But hey, if it's a thing, I might just use it. No, I'm cutting that wrong. I need to cut these limbs off. But gosh, it is really dark out here trying to cut these trees down. Of course, this flashlight helps out a lot, but once I get in that truck, I can barely even see. Even with those headlights on, they're only shooting forward, so I can barely see there. Off to the sides. Front forward, yeah, I can see, but off to the sides, I can't. That's where most of my logs are, off to the side. I gotta be able to see where they are behind me too, and there's no lights behind me. Just in time, as I was pulling up here, saw finished work pop up and looked at my mini map and saw that's the roller, so that means we're actually done with this night. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff off though. It's not quite full all the way, but it's gonna give us a little bit of money. 16,860. Now I'm not sure how much money I need altogether. I know that semi is right around 55,000. Not sure how much the trailer costs though. It is nice and early, but not so bright, but hey, it's good enough where I can see it. We're kind of on a time crunch here and there all the time, so I wanted to get started at 5 a.m. and I mean, I can see right now, and that sun's going to be coming up here in just a little bit, but looky there, that field is coming in nicely. Yes, I forgot lime and fertilizer. My bad. I guess it just won't be the best of yields, but we'll try that here in just a second. Let's get heading out that direction towards our wood forestry area. Also start picking up the grass here as well. Now, it looks like the mower is actually almost done over there. Once that's done, we'll get a forage wagon. Now, I'll probably end up running the same tractor that's mowing for the forage wagon because, like I was mentioning there, we got to do some lime and some fertilizing and all that. Might as well go ahead and get to the shop and get that stuff purchased. Not sure if I can apply the lime right now, and not sure if I can apply all the fertilizer either, but let's go ahead and get a couple of things in here. We got two options here. This one's fertilizer only. This one's lime and fertilizer. I kind of like to keep them separate. I don't know. Maybe I'll just use one, empty it out, all that good stuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. And then we got this one back over here, 200 liters, 400 liters. I mean, this is just not much capacity at all. Kind of looking at what has the biggest capacity. This is also pretty nice. I guess it could plant grass as well. Now, I may do that for the grass planting. I may actually just go ahead and spread it out, use that spreader instead of the planter, because I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense with any of these crops, I believe, but if you put it in the ground, it's better, right? I don't know. I've never really seen grain crops really being grown from just spreading over the top. Maybe spreading over the top and rolling them down ain't that bad of an idea, but I do know we got some fertilizing lime to do. So let's get to that. We'll just buy one right now, try to save our money there. It's going to be red. All good. I'll switch everything out, fertilizer, lime. We got that multi-fruit buying station as well. That's going to save us some money on these costs and also save us some time from having to order each individual pallet or going to the shop and getting it. I guess we ain't really got to go to the shop. Oh, I messed up big time. I bought the wrong one. This one only does fertilizer. Okay, so I'm gonna buy the other one as well. Might as well. This one's gonna be our fertilizer one. Our other one's gonna be our lime one. $480 there for 400 liters of fertilizer. Let's see how fast it goes through it. I got a feeling this is not gonna be nice, and I may just do this myself. It's pretty big working with. I don't think I'm gonna have too much of a problem. Plus, with precision farming, there's no waste to it, so whatever's off the field's not getting wasted. So I ain't got anything to worry about there. Yep, doing this myself. Fertilizer going in on the field there. It's going down pretty fast too. I don't know. I might have to refill this maybe 1-2 times, maybe just once. I'm not sure. I mean, I say it's going down fast, but it also just doesn't have that big of a capacity. And I am over spreading to the left here. Like I mentioned, it's not going to waste any. It's actually should be stopping right now. There it goes. It did stop, even though it's still. Oh wait, why are you shooting out more? I'll figure it out. Well, looks like we got to finish work up there. That's going to be the mower, and I'm going to get a forage wagon going here in a second. But hey, we didn't use it all. Pretty excited about that one. 100 liters left over here. We'll go ahead and drop this here. Starting to get more of a collection of equipment here, so I got to start considering about getting a shed or something in. I don't know how close I want to put it to the house. I might leave it in this general area right here, this general vicinity. But hey, while I'm waiting to buy something, I got to get something out here on this field to get it going and start picking up that grass. Now, it does look like the meadow grass is starting to grow back over the top of this. That's all good, no big deal. I'm not going to hit it up again with another mow. Now, this mower here was purchased brand new. It's not looking so new anymore. It's looking like it's got a few miles on, a few hours. This is the one I purchased right here. Only does solid fertilizer. That's my bad. So 330 liters there, 300 there, 200 there. So really, I'm debating between this one and this one. Honestly, I mean, that's a lot more in lime capacity or whatever, but this one could also plant the grass for me. So it's kind of up in the air which way I go with this. 7 meters, 10 meters. Oh man, it's really not too much money. We'll go ahead and buy this. I could probably even buy that other one later for just planting grass seeds. Wow, that is blowing through it really, really fast. A lot of refills about to be happening. All out. So one down and a little bit back. Yeah, not much at all. Not much at all. But it's fine. I got this multi-fruit buying station right here, and I'm just going to knock it out myself. Man, this is going to take a while. Maybe I should like hire a worker and have it where they could refill automatically, and I just take the extra cost to it. Because of this one little process right here, I'm almost tempted to put a multi-fruit buying station on both ends of the field, because as soon as I get to the other end, it's all gone. Oh man, I never thought this would come to an end, but hey, there's the end of that. At least this time around. Have to do it again next season. And I was thinking about making a larger field for crops too. Until I get some upgraded lineman equipment, I don't know if I should do that. Maybe I should go ahead and mod this one to hold more. I might end up having to do that, especially if I get a larger field out there. I don't think a 1 acre field is going to make me very much money as far as the harvest and selling of it. I believe I'm all done with the field work I need to do with these two tractors, so they're both out here now picking up the grass. Went ahead and started this one in the middle. Hopefully they kind of meet up around the same time. The end point's over here. I don't know. Maybe I got to too big of a gap here. I'll see later. While all that's going on, let's go ahead and get some more logging done. But before I do that, I definitely need to check on the field because I got to see if everything's actually done to it. Looking there in the bottom right, we got an expected yield of 99%, yield potential 100%, and the pH value is perfect. Nitrogen is perfect as well. Now the pH value is already in a good range, so maybe I could have got away without doing the lineman. That's what the pH value is the lineman. I probably could have got away without doing it. Hey, over here we're getting a little bit of a better yield potential in expected yield. Looking on the top right there, we got a wage payment of $188. Hey, and the plus side of me doing that work by myself there, the fertilizing and lineman, that actually saved quite a bit of money because I keep seeing that over and over again every hour, and it's like $200 some. So I don't know, maybe I'll start doing some of the work myself, maybe not. Either way, I'm just trying to multitask, get as much progress done as possible. That's why I hire so many workers. While they're over there doing that, I could be doing this, making more money than I could be from picking up the grass. I guess the great thing about logging whenever it's daytime now is that I can actually see some logs on the ground, and I just saw some I cut up a while ago that I forgot all about. And oh, I gotta be very careful not to drive through my field. That's my normal route. Now I don't think I'll do any damage right now. I believe any tires is fine on the field right now, but if I was to wait a couple more months and try to drive through that, I'm losing a lot of crops. So I'm gonna have to take it a little easy there. May even end up moving the sell point, and I got a feeling this is gonna give us enough money for the whole semi and trailer type thing I want to do. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, that's quite a bit of logs on there. Probably another 20 grand. That seems to be what it is. We'll see here in a second right there. $21,488. Yes. $100,000. I just don't know how much the trailer is. How much is it? We'll come in here under forestry equipment, scroll all the way over. Now, I was thinking about going with this right here. This actually falls kind of in the length range, 8 meters that they normally use. Plus, I could daisy changing them together, but it's not exactly going good with a semi, I don't think. So here's one I'm going to go with, $39,000. Yeah, we might actually have enough money. It's only 12 meters. That comes out to what, 30 something feet, 38, 36 feet. I am pretty excited. I'm thinking we got enough money for that, but we don't have enough time this episode, unfortunately. Once again, I mean, so close to getting that semi and that trailer. We'll be getting the next episode. Got a good feeling about that. I know the producer of this channel, that's me, the writer, whatever you want to call it. I think we'll be getting that. There's something I'm going to get. Something I've been wanting to get for a while, and I'm going to actually move my little shop delivery I have set up. I'm going to move it over here out of the way because I mean, I'm getting a little crowded over there. Really need to start looking at getting a shed in, but I'm not too big on that. Really should be, but hey, if y'all know why I'm excited, what I'm getting, y'all know. But we're going to be going with the new semi-truck, 1949 Kenworth here, 524. There we go. That is exactly what we're getting. Now I'm going to do a little customization to it, so I'll be back in a second. I got a little bit of customization to this. We're going this black and red look right here. I'm really liking it. $56,200. Hopefully I got enough money left over, but hey, that is now ours. And hopefully this actually works out good. I don't know. I've never drove it or anything like that. Sometimes some of these vehicles are messed up, and we'll see how this one works out. Next thing I want to buy is right here, this 12-meter auto load trailer for logs. Now I could go bigger. We got 15 to 20 meters, but according to 1950's, they didn't exactly add those links. And this one is labeled as 2010, but we're just going to ignore that and imagine this as a 1951 type log trailer. They were back then. They worked, just not over 40 feet. So that's why I'm going shorter. Now I do have an option to add a trailer hitch. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to stick it with it like this right here. Call it good. Let's get this for $39,000. And ooh, man, that's draining our money right there. We've only got $2,694 and it's going down. Let's start this bad boy up, and man, that thing is sounding nice. That's a good start right there. I really like that. It's sounding really good. So far, handling real good. We're going to head out to the woods, see if we can get some logs loaded up in this trailer. Ooh, nice little backup beeper thing going on there. Okay. Sure, I'm going to get really annoyed with that. I probably will, but gosh, this thing is beautiful. Now, here's the thing I was really looking forward to with this one right here is the fact that I can actually cut these up to 6 meters. Now, previously, if y'all didn't know, I was cutting them up to like 5.9 to make them fit on the trailer, but I believe I'm fine if I could cut them to 6 meters. We'll see exactly how that works, see what happens. I don't know. That's a 6-meter log right there. It looks like it's pretty far to the back, and that might cause some issues with that back part loading, but we'll see what happens. While all that work's going on over there with that logging and everything, I still got this going on over here. I'm not in too much of a hurry, so I might just let that worker there finish the work out. Say that, then I'm like, you know what? Why waste the time? Let's go ahead and get this out of there because I do need to get this field plowed up, and this field will take a very long time to plow. So I'm going to get this kind of started up here in the middle, and they'll meet up somewhere. So there is one issue with doing it this way. That is that they will just keep going and going and going, and they will not stop until they get to the very end. So there's some wasted pickup in there, and ways to prevent that is to put stuff to block it. So I know this one on the left is actually going to end up finishing right here. That's where I need it to finish, but it will keep going. So I put something there to block it, and then it says, hey, it's blocked. And then this one over here will obviously finish over here somewhere, and then I say, hey, it's blocked. So let me get something to block those real quick, and then I'll get back to logging. Let me show you a quick example of exactly what I was talking about with I'm able to cut it a little bit faster and cut it to that exact 6 meters. So let's see here. I got it already set up on 6 meters. You can see in the top left there, desired length 6 meters. So it just snaps right to it, cut it, bam, I got a 6 meter log. The issue with that is the fact that they wouldn't all load up with universal auto load. And something's already blocked by an object. There's no way it got to the end there. So I don't know what's going on. Now that I'm not using universal auto load, it will actually load up on that log trailer, and I can just go to the point. It snaps, cut, done. I ain't got to watch the number in the top left like I used to. Don't even have to have that menu open anymore. So I'm going to be moving a little bit faster here, getting these trees cut up a little bit faster, hopefully making some more sales. I'm really excited to see exactly how much money we make off a full trailer load of this, especially since I'm going to be using some of these larger trees. And now I say larger trees, I'm not talking about any of the 30-something meters. I'm sure there'll be some mixed in there somewhere once I get to them in the woods. I'm just out here in the random middle of nowhere woods just trying to find some trees. Would be a little bit harder if I actually needed to own this land, and that is one thing I could probably consider doing next time around, is not cutting down anywhere, just starting with a plot of land, and that would make it a lot more challenging, or just buy all the land because it's 1950. Well, let's go ahead and get some more loaded up on this thing right here. And you know what, I forgot to give a huge shout out once I was purchasing this. I meant to give a big shout out to Secret Nick. I believe I mentioned him earlier in this series. He's the one that actually found this semi for me over on King Mods and let me know about it. So hey, I'm really excited about that. I did do a lot of research and looking around on these mod sites. Yes, I missed this because one of the things I would do whenever I was searching any of this stuff was, oh my gosh, I might not work out. Okay, let's unload that real quick. But one of the things I'd always do was type in the year. I'd type in 1949. So I don't know how I missed this truck. Maybe I just wasn't looking for a semi at the time. But either way, Secret Nick sent this over to help me out. Really do appreciate it. Thank you a lot. We'll just go ahead and dump that out right there and then load that back up. That way it's actually more towards the front. Now, I don't know. Maybe I could do that the whole time. Just let it get thrown in there however, then unload, then load it back up, all that good stuff. So, you know, I might do that actually. Let's just keep doing that. We'll just keep driving. It's going to load in there. Obviously, it's flying to the back a little bit there because I'm driving fast. That's all good. Like I was mentioning, I'll just unload it, load it back up while I'm stopped, and it should load in there. Good, perfect, great, lovely. I don't think I got enough trees even cut down right now to provide a full trailer full yet. I really thought I did, but it's not looking like it. Looks like the grass pickup's coming to an end. This one's done. Next one's going to be coming up here in a minute, and I'll go ahead and get this set off to the side and get a plow hooked up. Now, I was thinking maybe I should empty this out, go ahead and pick it all up with one pickup wagon. That way I get one cell, and then I'm also thinking this is going to be a lot, but who cares? Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that is definitely a lot. That's going to be fun trying to pick up with that other wagon whenever I go to take it in to sell it all off. Since we're now in the year 1951, I got to go through and check, see if any new equipment or anything like that came in. And no new plows came in, so that's kind of a bummer. I'm actually going to set this course play up to run 2 pieces of equipment. I'll go ahead and purchase another plow just like this one right here. That way, whenever I'm done with the other tractor, we can get 2 of them on here at once. There's almost 56,000 liters of grass in here. And I'm actually thinking about turning this into silage. Yeah, let's see if I can pick this up right here. I'm basically just driving right over it just like that. Yeah, I wasn't going to try to take it easy on the sides of that. I was just going to ram right through it and see if it worked, and looks like it did work a lot better than I thought it would. Now, once I get all this picked up, really thinking save it, make some silage. I could do a silage bunker, might even get some sort of silage production type thing in, some fermenting silo. Now, I don't know if fermenting silos were necessarily a thing in the 1950s, but the idea of making silage, I believe, was a thing in the 1950s. So I don't exactly care how I make it. Bunker silo might not be too bad, especially if I can just drive over it like this and unload it. And then I have to look up maybe auger wagons, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm going to save this for right now. I know that. Altogether there, 85,717 liters of grass. Now, I believe I can actually see the value on that in the time-saving stock check mod. And no, I cannot. I would probably have to have it in a storage somewhere. Interesting. Just purchased a new plow there for $1,200. We're down to a little over $1,000. Got me thinking I probably should definitely sell something off. I don't know if I'm going to get the logs cut up and sold off in time before I run out of money or not. I guess I'm just going to risk it and see what's happening, because the only thing I want to sell right now is the logs, and I want to sell a full trailer. Fun fact, course play tells you exactly how long it will take to complete the course. One of these tractors will take 2 hours. 2 of them's going to take an hour. Yeah, that's not exactly fun, and I don't know how long that would be in game, especially going 5 times speed. Now, for the moment of truth of what I wanted to do here, so you can see how it's all mixed up, messed up. We'll go ahead and unload it all right here, and then I'll load it back up, and then it should go in there perfectly straight, even, and all that. Hopefully that's the idea. We'll see if it works or not. Go ahead and start loading that up. Looks like it's all going to go in the front one. That's probably going to fill up the front one all the way and then start filling up into the back one, possibly. Yep, looks like that's how it's working. Now I'll go ahead and strap down the front ones just so I ain't got no issues there. Probably go ahead and strap them all down now that I think about it. That way I definitely have no issues there. I might be a little more careful trying to load up the back part. Might not. It doesn't really matter if it kind of hangs out the back any more than it already is. I'm not too worried about that. I just know I gotta cut down a lot more trees. I thought I had enough here, but it's nope. This is what I am talking about right here. Got a big, huge load of logs. Now I'm a little concerned. Don't know if they'll all sell off, especially the ones that are stacked up really high here. Oh man, that is looking great. Standing over here about to hit the button to sell this. Now, if I remember correctly, I think one of the best things to do is just go ahead and undo the straps. That way, if it doesn't reach the top part, they can lower down and sell off with the rest of them. Because I remember I had a few floating there just kind of stuck in the air because of the strap. So let's go ahead and give it a try here with the sell. And oh, there's still one there floating there. $41,220. Yes, that is what I am talking about. That is definitely our max. And man, I guess that whole strap thing didn't work. Oh well, we'll go ahead and get this one little log here sold off. Let's see what we're making there. 6-meter log right there. That's going to be $1,815. Okay. Ooh, gosh, that is looking really good. Now, it did take a while to go ahead and load that up. It did. But it might be worth it. I don't know. Now, I do plan on utilizing this to the max, so I'm thinking I'll start doing 12-meter logs eventually. That way, I can start bringing them over to a sawmill. 12-meter logs is obviously less cuts. I can even go and do the whole 9-meter logs if I want to do that as well. Less cuts, but just not loading up as much. That's kind of the idea with this in the future. We'll see how that works out. And we only got $43,000, but hey, we're getting there a little bit closer. We got a large field going in right here, and this one's going to be for grass. So what am I going to do with the grass? Going to obviously turn it into a good money maker like silage, maybe even turn it into a few other things for animals. But right now, my main focus is silage, and these workers right here are doing horrible. Come on, what are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? Come on, y'all figure it out. Okay, I guess I did figure it out. Really proud of them on that one. But now, I did a little research into the whole silage scene in the 1950s, and apparently bunker silos were the main thing. And I mean, I got a good one in here. I'm really thinking about using it, but the whole compacting time and all that stuff, who likes doing that? Nobody really does. So I really like the look of this one. I don't do bunker silos very often. So luckily, instead on larger farms, they use the taller silos, so fermenting silos. So guess what? I may be doing a fermenting silo instead, because this is a pretty large farm, right? No, it's not, but we're going to say it is. So let's get some sort of fermenting silo in here now and start putting some grass in there, because we do have some grass in storage, well, in a forage wagon. I am going to go with something I normally don't use, which is this right here. I've never actually tried this one out or used it. It looks like it's got a whole lot of different productions inside of it. So farm supply production. I don't know how I feel about that. I really just want it for the grass type aspect, but hey, if I can do other stuff with it, like the stones going in there making lime, and looks like there's some fertilizer being made as well, yeah, let's give it a try. And I'll put this in somewhere close-ish to the grass field. That's kind of my idea, I think. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Kind of want to put it over here as well, but then also, hey, look at that big flat open field land right there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that into a field. So I might just shoot it right here in the middle, because this is also where I'm considering possibly putting in some sheds and stuff like that. And plus, it's right next to the multi-fruit buying station, so why not? We'll put it in right here, and that will actually help prevent me from driving through the field if I put a bunch of stuff right here, because I keep getting tempted to drive right through the field just like that. Now, I do have this hump in the way right here where I was loading some logs. I'll take that down out of the way, add a little bit of dirt or gravel to it, and make it look a little bit better. Here we go. I think this is a great start right here, and I mean, I'll touch this spot up a little bit later probably, but for right now, I got this going, and I've been wanting to put a little trail in here from the house for a long time, because I drive up here quite a bit trying to get to the house and sleep there. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I've been wanting to do. Now I keep thinking maybe I should do more older style looking roads, like beat up dirt, grass and everything in there, but nah, I'm just going fresh straight gravel. Hey, it's brand new gravel got laid down. Maybe if we play this farm in like the year 2000, I keep this file and play this farm in the year 2000, then I would put overgrown grass everywhere. That'd be pretty cool now that I think about it a little more. Not a bad idea. Both our tractors are a little bit busy right now, so we'll go ahead and take this old tractor right here. Well, I call it the bulldozer. We'll take this little bulldozer right here, go grab our forage wagon right over there at a fast whopping 6 to 7 miles per hour. Oh man, this is slow. You know, I keep thinking more and more about getting sheds and stuff like that to put this equipment away. As I'm driving by this equipment, I'm like, wait a second, this stuff is very, very small. I'm thinking I need a super big shed like I normally go with, but no, I really don't. I could probably just get something very small and simple and it will do the job. Now, wait a second, this is not the unload point. My bad. Not sure exactly how much this holds, but we'll go ahead and start dumping it off, see if it all goes in there. I got 85,000 liters of grass here. It might hold it all. These mods are actually pretty good mods. I believe these ones are from Omatana, and gosh, she makes some great mods. It's been a long time since I've used any of them, though. I've been kind of hung up on the Dragon's Den pack. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to hit that capacity. 2 million liters. That's quite a bit. So we got TMR options, make TMR. We'll probably get into that one day if we get into cows, or when we get into cows. I don't know if there's going to be an if in there. We can also make grass silage, hay silage, looks like chaff, straw silage. Wait a second. That's definitely cheaty. Is it? Is it cheaty? I don't know. Kind of interested in what else we can make here. Looks like, well, we can make some seeds. That's pretty cool. Got some lime going in here as well, stones and water, but the stones don't produce much on the fields, and I don't exactly have anything good to pick up the stones, so I'm just kind of leaving them for now. And then we have liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer. Not too sure when these kind of came into play as far as liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer, but hey, we're gonna say it's all there. And if I make any mistakes that's not accurate with the 1950s, call me out, because I don't know. We can even make some mineral feed. That's pretty cool. I like that. But this is what we're focusing on right here. We got grass silage. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Gonna start making silage, and then for right now, I'm gonna be selling off that silage, and it might be making it a little bit too fast because I see that number right there going up, but I ain't gonna complain about it, right? Of course, while that field's being made for the grass, guess what? Cutting down trees again. You know what? I'm getting tired of this axe. Let's get rid of it. It's time to upgrade to a chainsaw. Yes, chainsaws were around back then, and I even got some older looking chainsaws to use as well. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, they're gonna do the exact same thing on this game, but hey, we're gonna upgrade anyways. These are the ones I'm talking about right here. I mean, they look old. I don't know exactly how old they are. We're gonna go with this nice yellow one, I think. I like that. And we'll go ahead and sell our axe back so it's not trying to shift through everything. And I think I can sell it, can't I? I don't know. Hey, there it is right there on the chainsaw. There we go. We'll sell that axe back. I don't want it. Whoa, wait a second. Okay, maybe I couldn't sell it because I'm holding it. Now can I sell it? And we'll try to sell that. Vehicle sold. Perfect. Vehicle tool sold. Here we go. First use on this old chainsaw right here. I'd say it's old, honestly. Oh, what's going on? Not give me any options. I really gotta be that close? I don't know how I feel about this. Gotta be really, really close to it. That just sounds better, I think. Sounds a lot better. Well, I don't know. This ain't sounding too good now. You know, I was thinking a little more about how I asked y'all to call me out if I'm not doing anything accurate with the 1950s. I just asked that and then I go and switch to this chainsaw. Yeah, no, chainsaws were a thing, but I mean, I'm pretty sure this one's probably from like the 90s or 80s. It's definitely not that old. Yeah, look up those old, like, first time chainsaws. Gosh, they're big. Like 2 people have to run that thing or something, or they were just built different back then. Talking about the people. Not to go through picking up all these trees here, but hey, looky there. We got a finished worker. Let's see what that is. And that is a plow. Of course, it's a plow. It's the only other worker I had out here. Now I got one more waiting to finish up. I had 2 on this if you didn't remember that. So let's go ahead and take this one around the field and touch up what got missed. I see bits and pieces. I got missed quite a bit here and there. Ooh, don't know how I feel about that. It's all good. Can't be perfect. I'll take care of myself though. As I'm driving across this field, touching up those little spots I got missed, I'm seeing all these stones everywhere, and it got me thinking more and more, maybe I should pick up these stones. So I'm going to give it an attempt. I don't think I got anything that might be able to do it as far as a horseplay or a hired worker. I don't know. Let's see what we got out there, see if it works, see if it works with a worker as well, because I want to do more than one tractor at a time on the field. See, this one I don't understand. This one right here says 1950 is the year, but it's got a 180 horsepower requirement. Like, what do I have that can do 180 horsepower? Nothing. So we'll go down to this one a little bit smaller. Looks like it does quite a bit. Manure forks as well in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. 1,400 liters. I guess stones are in there. Hopefully that's stone picking, not necessarily picking them up as they're on the ground. Hopefully that's picking them out of the ground. So we'll give that an attempt. Let's see our old style decal. Yeah, we'll do old style decal. It is old style. Wonder where I can attach this at though. We'll see what happens. Let's buy that for $1,600. I got a feeling I'm not going to like this. It appears it attaches to 3-point hookups, and these tractors only have 3-point hookups in the back as far as the 2 main tractors I have running. And the only one I have with the 3-point on the front is that big blue. Actually, you know what? That's not even on the front, but either way, it goes the same speed forward and backwards as well. So we'll give it a try. Yeah, so like I was saying, picking up stones, that's totally overrated. This is horrible. I can't seem to get this to pick up any stones, so even making some adjustments to it, up, down, up, down. Yeah, no, not working, so let's get rid of it. Thankfully, I ain't got to go through picking up those stones now. Ooh, that was a close call. We're going to get a little unreal here. I mean, I didn't say anything about a realistic mods. Did I? No, but I only want to do this for the grass. This one right here is a grass spreader. Just spread the seeds across. I don't know how I feel about $6,000. Maybe I shouldn't go with that one. Maybe I should go with a different one. I think I got a different option in here somewhere. Yeah, it looks like we have this one right here. Holds 200 liters. A little more realistic-ish looking, I think. So I'll probably go with this one. I don't see any issue with that. I guess it does a few things. It does grass. I think that oilseed radish or something like that. I don't know what it is. And then canola. Spread seeds, solid fertilizer, and lime. We'll go ahead and buy it. Yeah, I'll use this one. I like it. Keep with the times, right? I'm a little confused here. Do I do spreader or do I do catch, crop, drill? I feel like it's the drill one. I really do feel like that. I mean, we can always edit it. So we'll edit it if we have to, and we'll just leave it this color, $700. Let's go with it. Let's see what happens. Looks like I did select the right one. I can actually switch between crops here. So, close one there. I think this is the grass symbol. I hope it is. I am a little concerned about how fast it's going to blow through those seeds. Just a little concerned. But let's see how this is working. Looks like it is going in the ground here. Crop texture, not crop texture, but the ground texture is changing. We got growth stage 1 of 3 for the grass. Coming out pretty nicely. Expected yield. Hey, we got to get that up there. We definitely got to get that up there. Now we're going to roll it too. We got to get the rolling done this month or we won't be able to roll it ever again. And then also, of course, get in some fertilizer and lime. Now, you know what? I need to get soil samples. Big mistake there because I think the soil samples will play into how much seeds actually go into the ground as well. So we'll go ahead and purchase that right there. I believe $2,362. Not bad. Let's go ahead and get this tractor off the field. Hopefully it didn't miss anything else. No. Oh, wait. I see a spot back there. Hurry up, get to it, get to it. Just this little tiny spot right here. Ooh, man, that would drive me crazy. I mean, honestly, it'd blend in so well, I probably would never notice it. Well, once the grass grew in. Gonna get this tractor off the field, hook it up to the roller, get rolling those rocks down and the seeds down. Hopefully it rolls the rocks down too, because these are pretty small stones, and we are here in our grass field, and whoa, what is flying right there? Okay, just saw some streak going across the sky, and that's a bird. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's Superman. Anyways, got a little distracted there. Why is this saying needs rolling? What is going on? That roller just went over this part. Come on. Okay, too many distractions going on here, but we are getting a large grass field in here. How large is this grass field exactly? Well, thanks to this whole courseplay thing, I can tell it's almost 4 acres. Now, I'm not going to be all anal about this and make it exactly 4 acres. 3.95 is fine. Now, I did that whole 1 acre thing over here with build one. I was like, no, I don't like it at 99. No, I don't like it at 1.01. I'm fine with it. So almost a 4 acre grass field here. That doesn't sound like much, but I mean, with how small of an equipment I have here, that is quite a bit. Great thing about this roller here is it is actually pushing pretty much all the stones into the ground. Looks like it did miss a little bit right here, but I think once it comes next to it again, it will go into the ground as well. And I did realize something. I need to go ahead and change a setting in the course play because there was a lot missed on the whole plowing thing. And there's a reason for that. Right here, you can raise tool and lower tool. So I want to lower the tool early and I want to raise the tool late. Okay, never mind. I guess I already got it set up. Interesting. We'll see what happens there. Went ahead and took over for this worker right here. We were completely out of seeds and there's an issue. That roller's about to go over part of the field that is not rolled yet. So I better hurry up and stop that thing or go ahead and lay down seeds where that is at. Looks like I'm not making it in time. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop this worker right now. Gonna go ahead and take over the seeding myself. Pretty simple job. I mean, it's got a large spread to it. This one's not directly going into the ground. This is spreading over the top if y'all didn't know that. And then of course the roller is helping push those seeds in the ground along with those rocks. Now hopefully we don't grow rocks. Nah, I'm just kidding. I used to always joke about that. Me and my dad said we were rock farmers. We grew up in the country only on 5 acres, but there were rocks everywhere. We spent a whole lot of time picking up rocks and he said the only thing we can grow out here is rocks. Which was true. There, got enough room all done for this roller to keep going. Let's get that worker started back up and I'll continue doing the planting here. There's one step to this whole process I am really not looking forward to, and that is going to be liming. Previously on that 1 acre field, we had so much trouble with the liming. It just blew through it really, really fast. So that's no fun, right? And I guess I started that worker up wrong. Oh, well, who cares? It'll catch up eventually. This is the last little bit for planting right here. A little texture change, all you can tell. Now, it would really be horrible running this without precision farming because it's actually still running, being self-propelled. I would be wasting seeds out the wazoo right there. That is ridiculous. Somehow it turns off though once it gets off this field. I don't understand that one. Either way, it's off. We're done. Let's go ahead and get into that lineman. I'm going to start with the lineman first this time. Now, I am really not looking forward to the lineman because this field's actually worse on the pH value. And oh my gosh, I just ran that weight over. Wasn't me. Taking a quick look onto the field here, and we can see pH value bad. Ooh, that is bad. So previously on the other field, it said it was in the good range. Now we're in the bad range. And whenever it was in the good range earlier and going up perfect, it went through it really fast. So let's see how fast it goes through this one right here. See how far I can even make it. Got a feeling it's not going to be very far at all. Even thinking about backing out and possibly editing this capacity on this thing. I don't know. We'll see. It's not looking good. No, it's not looking good at all. This is horrible. And all done. Half the field. I don't even know if that's half the field, to be honest with you. I'll have to downlink, not half the actual field, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Might have to edit this capacity on this thing. There is another option I could try. Let me go ahead and try it real quick. Here's what I'm going to try. I don't know how well it works. I haven't done this. I don't know if I've ever done this on 22 or 25. And that is AI workers. So they will refill fertilizer. Is that what it is? You know what? We'll let them refill by, you know what? Okay, we'll turn it all on by besides the fuel. I know we'll be fine there. We'll even turn all of it on by. Now, fertilizer, I don't know if that counts into the lineman or not. We got all those on. Well, let's go ahead and start up our worker here. See if they actually buy and keep that thing full. And it looks like that is working. Now, that is going to eat into our cost or our money in the top right there. That is just going to completely drain it and drain it fast because that rate that it's buying at is, I believe, double what I could buy it at, which is not too bad for lime. But this will save us on quite a bit of time, I believe. So while that's going on, I need to hurry up and make some cells. And of course, those cells I'm going to be making is this wood right over here. Good thing I already got a bunch cut down and cut up. I got to get those over there to the sell point before I run out of money. Got a nice load of logs right here. Gonna go ahead and get those in and sold. That's actually everything I had down on the ground. Money's not dropping as fast as I really thought it would be, but I can tell you right now, this semi is struggling to pull this trailer up this hill whenever it starts getting some logs in it. I mean, I guess that's probably pretty realistic. Honestly, I don't know if back then in 1950 or 51 or whatever this semi could carry this type of load. I may have put an Unreal Engine on it. I don't know. I did upgrade the engine quite a bit. It's like 500 or some horsepower, but still struggling. It was hurting to do 1-2 miles an hour just to go up a little hill whenever I had like over half capacity on this thing. And here we go. Hopefully it all sells off in one, and it does. $30,168. That is looking really good. Now I really need to start getting into something else besides just selling logs. I need to get into some sort of sawmill, some other wood productions or something like that, or possibly even just saving the logs until best sell time. I don't know. It's always like, hey, I need some money, go do some logging. I need to get out of that habit, start working into some other stuff. Looks like the lineman is all done. Now there's definitely some spots that does not get touched up all the time, but I can look at that mini map right there and see that it's all the same color except for all the way off to the left. What happened over there? Maybe it's just a different soil sample type thing, but we are good there for the lineman. Now that was definitely very costly. I don't know exactly how much money I just lost doing that, but I do know I saved a lot of time, and time is money, right? So a little under $40,000 now, and we're done with this. Let's go ahead and get it dropped off, and we're going to look at some fertilizer. Now I do know grass fields do not use up very much fertilizer at all. I need to go in there and make sure I turn that option off to purchase all the fertilizer, all that stuff as well, because I think maybe, no promises, I think maybe this thing can do the whole grass field, because crops usually use more fertilizer than grass fields. Yes, this used almost all of it on that 1 acre field, but like I said, crops use more than grass fields general. We'll see what happens. Got the first little bit off and going here, and it looks like it's holding up pretty good as far as that liter count. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Let's keep it going. I'll go ahead and knock this out myself instead of hiring a worker. Yeah, time is money, but some things it's just worth doing myself. Not sure how I feel about this. Just taking a quick peek into this whole needs rolling type thing. Looks like that roller misses quite a bit of space in there. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that at all. You know what? I guess I'm fine with it. I'm gonna live with it. Oh well, who cares? I'm sure even without rolling this field all together, it's probably more grass than it would be meadow grass. I would hope so. We got our last 85 liters right here, so that's I don't know. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a real close one, but I mean, only refilling once is a lot better than refilling 30 times with the lime. I was just getting this tractor off the field, and there's one thing I want to talk about. I absolutely love this, how it sits on those wood blocks. That's awesome. It looks awesome, I think, but it's not awesome in real life, because the thing I hate the most about that I mean, unless you got those wood blocks in one certain area and that's where you're going to set it down every time. But the one thing I hate about doing something like this that I've done in real life with either a forklift or even a tractor is that you got to get off and grab those wood blocks and then set them back down and then get back on. So a lot of climbing up and down, and I'm lazy. Let's put it that way. Looks like it worked out perfectly. We got, well, you know what? I'm about to blow through it all. You know what? Let's just blow through it all. We'll waste it right here on the ground. We're going to fertilize this meadow grass. Now we got 0 liters, but the whole entire grass field is completely fertilized. It's limed. It's ready to go. You know what? Let's do a little confirmation. Make sure I'm right there. And yes, it is pH value perfect, nitrogen perfect. We got some stones on the ground here. I guess they're living there. It's all good. We got to expect to yield a 99% compared to the 100% yield potential. Now, I believe that 1% is like mulching or something like that. That's something we definitely never, ever really do. I never, ever really do. Let's put it that way. But we got us a nice big grass field in. That's all that really matters. And we got a long ways to go, but we're going to get there. And wait a second. Why is that part all white and the rest of it's not? Did something get missed here? I don't know. Looking at it really close. Nah, I guess it all worked. The only thing I think that would happen is possibly the fertilizer didn't spread all the way over. Either way, it's good. Let's jump back in our truck here. We're actually going to make a new course to mow up some more fields. Now, we don't own this land over here, but we can mow it. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here in a second. Here's what I got completed right here. Just drove around, kind of bobbing and weaving through the trees. That way I don't have to cut down any trees. It's going to be a pretty simple one, I guess. Can I click on it? Why can I not click on it? There we go. 2.64 acres. We're just going to go ahead and get a mower out here. Both our mowers out here. That way they're not wasted doing nothing because I got other stuff to do. I don't want them doing absolutely nothing. It has been a very long time since I've actually been on this file. Very, very long time. The last time I played on here was January 4th, and today is actually February 5th. So I guess a little over a month. Now, I did have a few episodes come out here recently, and those already had recorded. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and finish out that $10 million sheep challenge. But we're back on here, and I'm really, really excited about it if y'all can't tell. And we only have one mower here. I might get another one out there as well. That way both the tractors aren't just sitting there doing nothing. I guess I could have one of the tractors pulling the forage wagon possibly. That ain't a bad idea. But I'd like to get the mowing done a lot faster and then start picking the workers off and going here. Looks like it's saying 31 minutes to get done. Now that is because I put 2 workers on this field. I got to get the other tractor and buy us another mower as well and then get it over here. If y'all can remember, this is the mower I went with. It's going to cost $1,200 because we got that new configuration. I mean, of course it's new back then, right? It's going to be looking old in the future. Now I got both the tractors off and going. This one here, that one in the background, it's going to work out pretty great. I think that should finish up fairly fast. We got the time moving fast. That's why I got to keep these moving and making money. Apparently this one's doing both left and right. I don't know why, but it's registering this as a 1.6 meter working with, even though it says 2 meters. Maybe I should adjust that and actually go off at the 2 meters. I'm just leaving it the way it is for now. We'll see what happens. While all that is off and going, I'm pretty excited because I get to put in some sheds over here somewhere. I'm not sure where, and I did realize in editing, I guess I could put stuff underneath this little awning here, and that would probably actually work out pretty good. But let's find some sort of shed in there or two and then start getting this stuff put away. I think this is the pack I'm going to go with right here. It's the wooden sheds pack. I like to try to find a pack that has multiple options for us to use, and for some reason this right here is really calling out to me, and I like the look of this right here. So we're going to place this in first, and it's going to take up a good amount of money here. It's $15,000, but all this little extra terraforming too, it's going to charge a little more. Now I don't know if I want to put it over here or if I want to put it over here where all this open stuff is. I mean, I was thinking about putting it over here, and this is a lot flatter and probably would work out a lot better now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put it over here and make it a little easier on myself. I'll save this part over here for possibly a big old field of some sort. Oh man, looks like we got some blocked by an object. I guess that is the bad thing about putting 2 tractors out there on the field, but this right here might do the job for everything we have. Even though we have a lot of stuff out here, a lot of it's really small. Now that I look at this forage wagon, that's not really small, and that might be an issue. Maybe I'll have to buy a couple more things, but let me take care of those blocked objects, see if they can work their way out of that problem. With our main tractors there being a little bit busy, time to get old Big Blue out here and slowly put this stuff away. It's going to take a minute, but I guess I'll get it there. I guess on the plus side of using this, it's actually making it pretty easy with the whole like 0-degree turning radius on these tracks, kinda. It's pretty nice. I like it. Now you may be wondering how I got that front loader in there if I didn't have the tractor for that front loader. I just went ahead and picked it up with super strength. That's the only thing I'm moving with super strength. The rest of it I want to actually fit in there and make sure I can get in and out of there for grabbing. For the moment of truth, let's take a look and see how well this fits in here, and honestly that fits a lot better than I thought it would. I don't know if I'm going to leave it like that or get a bigger shed out there. Let's see if there is something out there real quick. Yes, there is. There's this one right here, and I might be able to fit both of them in there side by side. Yeah, looking at it from this angle right here, it would work. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Probably just go ahead and put that in on the back side here, possibly. Why not? I don't know how I'm feeling about this whole setup here. I think it's just going to kind of come together over time. I'm really just trying to block off access to this field over here. That way I don't drive through it on accident. I think that's going to work out pretty good. $8,018. That's all gone. It's right here. This is nice. Now we got this winch over here. Thing is heavy as can be. I don't think I'm using it anymore. We're just going to kind of stored away in a crack somewhere. Actually, you know what? Speaking of a crack, let's pick this up real quick by hand. Yeah, you should be able to lift this stuff by hand. Lift them all the time by hand. They're a little heavy. I don't know what the actual weight is on this. Hey, there's a perfect crack for it. I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. Should probably just sell it back off. Maybe we'll get there another day. And speaking of not using something, we got this roller over here. It's a grassland roller. Might use it, might not. I don't know if I'm going to roll the grass field. Just keeping a hold of it for now, seeing how well that's going to work out. But let's go ahead and get this forage wagon into that shed. And as it starts to get a little dark, I'm going to add some lights as well. Of course, I can't forget to add the gravel. Nice new gravel. We just got delivered for free. I should probably take that off and actually pay for this gravel. But, oh well, maybe we know somebody down the road giving us some gravel. I think this might work out pretty good. Ended up getting some lights here and there. I'm going to have to change the ground texture a little bit there. Pretty much everywhere where I'm going to need the lights, I think I got them in there. Where the silo is, well, that's the multi-fruit buying station, not necessarily our silo. We may need to look at putting a silo in eventually, just not today. Looking from a distance, I think it works good, and it's going to get a lot darker here pretty soon. So I'm going to see how well it looks in the dark, because there's a few times I've been out there trying to cut down trees and stuff, and I couldn't see anything in front of me. Very hard to see, but the first tractor's all done mowing up, and I just realized I didn't save any room for these mowers. I did save room for the tractors, though. Let's see if I can squeeze these mowers in there somewhere. Looking a little closer here, I guess I could probably squeeze these mowers in front of these plows. I probably could have put these plows right in front of each other as well, but this should work out pretty good. Mowers side by side right in front of the plows, and then I saved some room right over there for our tractors. I think I may have overslept just a little bit. It's now 8 a.m. and yeah, I did. I remember I was trying to wake up a little bit earlier because that sunlight is our friend, especially around this time. Let's go ahead and get out there, start picking up that grass. The mowing did all get done last night. We'll see exactly how much we get here in just a little bit. Looking out there at the field, looks like quite a bit got mowed up. Yeah, that's a lot of grass on the ground, and quite a bit got missed here and there too. Oh well, I'm not too worried about it. This is not a permanent field or anything like that. Let's just go ahead and get this all picked up and then turn this into silage. I forgot all about that whole silage route I got going. I'm not sure how I could forget about it with this big old building being right here. But 85,000 liters of silage there. Oh my gosh, how much is that worth? Looking into our time-saving stock check mod, this thing's going to show us right here. We got a value currently of 13,964, and that is a lot lower than I thought it would be. Wow, why is that so low? I guess if it was grass, it'd be even lower. But if we could wait till January, it looks like we might have about $16,000 worth right there. Why is that so low though? I'm not liking that at all. Checking out our oat field over here. Not 100% sure why I planted oats. I guess it was because that time of the year. I don't want to plant oats next time around. We need to get something in the ground. That way we could get some animals. By something, I mean something for chickens, most likely, because we already have a grass field, which is going to be able to allow us to get sheep and cows. Now we need something to allow us to get chickens. And I didn't forget about this nice old semi and this nice logging trailer over here. I'm going to be going through cutting all this stuff up to 12 meters, I believe, or right around 12 meters. What are these ones on the ground right here? Gosh, I really should have checked all this stuff beforehand. I remember what these are. It looks like a bunch of them are coming out to like 10.8, 10.9. These are the shorter trees. Let's see here. I'll run over here super fast. Something like this right here. I'll worry about those some other time. I want to actually start cutting these trees up into like 12 meter-ish, not really sell price links. I want to start getting them ready for a sawmill. I think one of the best ways for me to get them ready for a sawmill is just cut them in half. Don't exactly worry about how long they are. Of course, our trailer's only 12 meters. I don't know if we could pick up anything longer than 12 meters, but easy way to cut them in half. We can look at that little thing below the help menu there. There's 12.6, 12.6. Let's see if those actually load onto the trailer or not. Give that a little test run. Maybe I will have to get them to exactly 12. Another demonstration there. It's saying at the bottom of that help menu there, it's saying max 12 meters. I guess we're about to find out what happens. Just go ahead and hit the button to load up, and it is loading. There it goes. It's just overhanging a little bit, and that's perfect. Cut these trees right in half, and hey, we're good to go. Get them over to a sawmill. Now, we don't have no sawmill, but we'll be getting one pretty soon, I think. Now, I do have to be a little bit careful with this whole tactic here. Looking in the bottom right there, it says 25.5 meters. That's the size of the tree I'm after. There are some out there that's in the 30-meter range, and those are the bigger ones. They're really nice. I like them. But cutting those in half obviously won't be no 12-meter something, and they might still work. They might just hang over, and gosh, I love this feature right here so much. Just being able to walk down the tree, cutting the branches off. Oh man, I have been playing some FS25, getting a series going together there, and it has been driving me crazy, the fact that I cannot de-limb this easily. I'm hating it. Guess this rock right here is going to be a little bit of an issue. I'll have to navigate around that, but it's fine. That rock there's proven to be more of an issue than I really want to deal with, so I'm going to go ahead and just move it over a little bit, try to avoid the rock, and then I'll come back through and touch up what I missed. Finally came up to one of those bigger trees. See down there in the bottom right, 35.8 meters. Yeah, let's see exactly how this is going to work out. I'm going to cut it directly in half, see how long that's going to be. I don't know the math right off the top of my head. And then see if it actually loads into the back of that trailer or not. That'd be pretty interesting if it does, and how much it's going to hang out. Found the halfway point right there, 17.3 meters on both sides. It's going to have a little bit of an overhang on that trailer if it gets loaded up. It's all the way over there in the background from all these trees right here. We'll get there in a minute. I'm just going through picking up this grass. If y'all can remember last episode there, that rock in front of us, oh man, that thing was giving me a big issue. issue. Not me. It was giving the issue to the workers trying to turn around. They kept getting stuck on it, and I couldn't get it all lined up great, so I figured I'd go ahead and knock this part out myself. Pretty easy, I think. I don't know. It's just going to take me a little while driving up and down, and I did leave y'all on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. Sorry if it's making you mad, but it's there. That little cliffhanger is really not that big of a deal. Just wondering if a really long log will fit on our short trailer. I say it's a short trailer. It's a 12-meter long trailer. We'll go look at that in a second. Let me finish picking this up first. I'm all done over there picking up that grass. Let's look at our trailer here. This trailer's 12 meters long. That's what it says. It holds 12-meter long ones, but we already got some in there that's a little bit longer, 12.6. Even this one's sticking way out, 12.5. I ended up loading it up while moving a little too fast. Now over here, we did cut down one of those trees that's a little bit longer than what those would be, and I like these trees. They're a lot thicker and everything. Who doesn't like them longer and thicker? But this is 17.3 meters, and then this piece over here is 17.3 meters as well. Let's go ahead and get that auto loaded up there. Now, I do have a rule with auto load. I will not utilize it unless I have a way of loading to myself. Now, can I load that with the tractor? I have no idea. Maybe. Who cares? There we go. We got that one in there. That first one loaded in there is one of the shorter ones coming up on this bigger one now. I'm going to try to get right where that little crack is. That way the both of them can load up. I say crack, right where the cut is, I guess. And then I'll hit the button. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. Why didn't that other one not load up? Come on. Load up on there for me. Come on. You got this, baby. I just got to back up real slow. It's not working. Maybe it's a little too long? Not sure. There ended up being a little piece left on the tip of it. Maybe that's going to fix the issue. And yes, it did. Okay. I just had to cut off that little piece on the edge. And I guess this does work out. It's hanging off there a lot, but as long as it's not tipping off, it holds, it rides, I'm good with it. Now, you may be wondering why I'm cutting them up so much longer than previously before, because I'm not going to be selling them off anymore. We're going to be moving these over to a production. That production is going to be a sawmill, and let's get that in this episode. I don't know if we can get that in with $13,000, but we're definitely going to try. If we need to get some quick cash, I think we can get some quick cash from silage, but I did look at that last episode, and gosh, that does not pay that good. Maybe I'll just have to store these somewhere for now until we get enough money together, but I do know there's a lot of those little small sawmills out there for like $10,000. Don't know if I got that installed or not. I guess we'll see. This is the exact issue I had earlier. There's just a little bit left on the tip of these long trees, and I cannot seem to get these to saw right off, so I end up having to cut off the edge. But earlier, whenever I cut off the little tip here, it started to go away, and there it goes. Hey, it works. Don't know why I have so much trouble with it. It's just the tip. Oh, that is not good. I forgot there's rain on the forecast. I mean, it did show it up there earlier, but I forgot all about it. Rain's coming in. I hope those workers keep going. I'm pretty sure it'd tell me if they stopped or not. Another thing that's not really good is this truck is starting to struggle bad with all this weight on here. Ooh, man, we're almost full. I want to get these two trees I got cut up right here on the ground and see if we can get out of here. Now, maybe going down this hill will work out pretty good, but going up a hill, I don't think it's going to make it. I'm going to call that good right there. Ooh, that is a lot of trees on there, and I'm telling you, this thing is struggling. I got the pedal all the way down right here trying to move, and it's just barely moving. Of course, we're going to have a nice little downhill here. Oh, man, I'm even sliding too. Yeah, that's definitely way too much weight back there. This might be a bad idea. Wish there was a smaller trailer than this 12-meter one. I guess there is, the one I was using earlier. Oh, nope, I'm sliding. Sliding again. Oh, okay. I think I got this as long as I drive straight. Looks like the No Man's Land map does come with a $20,000 one here, but $20,000 is obviously more than what we got. I did find a $10,000 one, though. I'm still seeing if there's other ones out there that I can get for right around $10,000 or less. Here's the one I'm going to go with. $10,000 farm sawmill should do the job. I think it just does the job really slow, and I don't even know if all these logs will be able to fit in here. I guess we'll figure that out. But as far as it being a 1950s theme, sure, why not? I can't really tell too well. We're going to kind of put it over here, though. There's nothing behind this for this production, but there is obviously our fermenting silo back there, trying to just kind of fit this stuff in here pretty tight and where I can navigate through and around pretty easily. I think that'll work out real good right there. Looks like right over here is where the pallets will spawn out. This is where I got to unload the wood right there, so that's working pretty easy. Did a nice little drive-through area right here, and yeah, you know what, let's just go ahead and gravel out the whole thing. I was trying to leave a little bit of greenery in there. Might come back through, put some plants or something in there, but this part's right here, it seems like it's got to be open. Hey, looky there, we got our 1951 Goodman AC unit. Actually, I don't even know when these AC units started coming around, especially anything that looks like this modernized, but oh well, we'll ignore that. All done here with the grass pickup. This one right here didn't get very much grass in it. I guess with the other one leading, it kind of picked up most of it. A lot of overlapping, I'm assuming, happening with this whole thing. I didn't actually make a course for this. I thought it was the same distance as the mower. Maybe it wasn't. We'll go ahead and use the follow me mod, get that driver following this one here, because I'm gonna be driving this one back. So that last one there had 20-something thousand liters of grass. This one's got 66,000 liters in it, so So yeah, that's what I was saying. Not as much, but every little bit helps and counts. That's amazing. We need to get those tractors back out here mowing and just constantly keep them mowing and mowing and mowing. That way we can constantly keep getting money and money and money. Of course, we don't own this land. I don't know. I feel a little iffy about that. But honestly, if I was to redo this whole entire challenge, I'd probably just buy all the land because this land is just ridiculously expensive, especially for 1950 farming and 1950s prices. I don't know why I keep assuming the unload point is right there in the middle. I don't know. I drove through it again thinking, hey, this is where I dump it off. No, it's not. I keep messing that up, but oh well. 66,000 plus this 27,000. We're going to have plenty of room in here. This thing does hold 2 million liters. I didn't edit it. That's the way it came. I like it. We'll use it. It's all good. And plus, it kind of makes it really, really fast. Let's look at that. I noticed that, I believe last episode or the episode before that, I walked over here and I was looking in the bottom right and I was like, oh my gosh, that's fast. I'm not going to complain about it. I didn't have to do this. I went ahead and unloaded these logs over here on the ground. I'm going to push them kind of up closer against the building. Just thought it'd look cooler for a thumbnail pic. Let's get this truck up out of the way and then get those pushed up in there. And I guess I could actually push them up in there with this truck a little bit better. That ain't a bad idea. Just back right into it. It's not working as good as I wanted it to. Well, we do got a bulldozer. Some of those will go in there, then some of them won't, and then I'll just push them in with the bulldozer. Now that I got that picture all out of the way, let's go ahead and figure out how to get this stuff in there. I believe I just hit this button right here, and there's some of them went in there. 31,420 liters of wood inside there. Let's see what we can turn that into and see how long it's going to take us to make that stuff. Looks like we got wood planks and furniture. Not bad. Maybe I'll just make furniture. This does not run in parallel. It's got the Y. It doesn't got the two I's. It will make a whole lot more planks. It definitely will. So maybe I will make planks, and maybe I'll just make them both and just let it do its thing. I'm not sure. I do know furniture's gonna pay the best, and this does hold 100,000 liters. I'm thinking we might be pretty good there with 100,000 liters of trees right here. Let's go ahead and get our bulldozer, start getting that stuff pushed up over there. Every time I drive this thing, I just can't help but laugh because it's just so slow. But I really love this thing. This thing is so cool, though. It's moving it slowly, very slowly, but it's working. That's all that really matters. Now, I guess I could raise the blade up a little bit and push the top ones over, roll them over. It's actually probably in there enough, but I want to make sure it gets it all. Come on, just a little bit further. You know what? That should be good. And another thing about that bulldozer that's really confusing is every time I get out of it, it gets out on the right side. I did not expect that. I guess this is from Russia or something like that. I believe somebody did correct me. It's not a bulldozer. I think it's a tractor from Russia or something like that, but hey, I call it the bulldozer. There we go. We'll put that in there. 50,243 liters. We can get more. We can go get a whole nother trailer full and be fine. Now, I don't know if we'll be fine driving with a whole nother trailer full because that proved to be an issue previously, but I know we can get a whole nother trailer full into the production here. I want to work on getting a new field put in, a new crop field of some sort, and that's going to be right over here on the other side of our driveway. And now that I'm driving over here to our driveway, I'm really thinking I probably shouldn't have fields this close because I could just mess up on my turn and then bam, next thing you know, I'm in the middle of my field and destroying it. And I do not like the way I did this driveway. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. It just looks a lot more rounded or something right here versus right here, so let's fix that. Pretty easy fix, I would say. Starting to come along really nicely too. I'm really liking the looks of this. But what I want to do is I want to put a big old field right here. I'm talking big, probably twice the size of this one, kind of probably stop right up in here. We got all these trees in the way. Instead of deleting them, I'm actually going to cut them down, trim them up, get them loaded up into our trailer over here. Just whatever length they are is fine, and put them into our sawmill. While I'm going away at this, I'm just going to say thank you everybody so much for all the support, and I'm really happy to see that this series is back. I know y'all are happy to see it's back, so I really do appreciate all that support and continued support. Y'all sticking around kind of waiting for this series to come in. It's amazing. And I'm over here clearing some room for a field, and the more I look at this and the more I'm driving over here grabbing these little trees, I'm thinking, hey, that's a very bad idea because that hill is very, very steep. Let's avoid that spot for right now. Maybe if we start running out of room across the whole entire map, you know, that big old map right there, then I'll start building a field on a hill. But building a field on a hill in 1951, yeah, no, that's not going to be any fun. I did load some up in this truck. I'm not going to load the rest of those up in this truck. I'm actually going to use our auto load system out of our semi truck and trailer there. But since these are already in here, might as well bring them over here. Now, previously I used to just cut them right up, and I'll show you why I'm not cutting them up anymore, because previously they weren't really worth much money, I don't think, but I think they're worth the liter count. What I mean by the liter count is getting those liters inside the sawmill and start making something else that's worth something valuable, like furniture or planks. Let's take a look at exactly what I was talking about with the whole liter count. Looking at this tree that's sticking out the side here because I'm wonderful like that and can't seem to load these in correctly. But it says volume 271 liters. That 271 liters will of course be turned into something else over at the sawmill. Now if I was to sell it, let's see here, what's it worth? Current value $189. I guess that would add up and we'd probably have a little over $1,000 right here. I don't know, maybe I was just too lazy and tired of moving them because I was loading them up by hand like I did on the back of that little truck. Since I got an easier way here, maybe I will start keeping them all. But every now and then there's one kind of sitting in the middle of a field that I built and I just like, hey, you know what, let's delete it. We're at 50,602 liters, putting that in there, taking us up to 53,000. Yeah, some pretty good liter count in there. I'm currently flying our 1951 drone right now, trying to figure out where exactly I want to put a field, and it's going to be right over here. This is nice and flat, work out good, but then I also got to remember expansion, because I will end up getting more sheds eventually. I mean, we got to get some sort of harvester equipment for these fields, and oh my gosh, I got to save up money for that. Forgot all about that. Ooh, gosh, this is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Anyways, back to the whole field thing. We'll put a field over here, maybe 2 or 3. I should probably split them up, make them small, keep them small, kind of like this field was right here, because that's a pretty good sized field, I think, for 1951. It is a 1 acre field, and it doesn't sound like much, but how long it took me to do all the field work to it, it definitely is much. Looks like this field came out to 1.3 acres right here. Now, instead of me going out there driving for these fields, I'm actually just doing this right here. I don't care about making them perfectly square. Nah, I don't care about that at all, because I don't make perfectly square turns. I end up doing rounded turns. So I try to make them as round as possible. That way I can make these harvests and everything complete as possible. Now that I'm thinking about this more and more, maybe I should do perfect squares. That way I can get as much out of it as possible instead of missing here and there on the turns. Oh well, we'll see what happens. And I may end up adjusting these fields a little bit because, I mean, look at that right there. That's sticking out so much more than that is. I don't know how I feel, and I'll see how I feel once I see it on the ground as well. I did say I need to save some room for some more storage later on, and that would be kind of in this area or over here. Looks like I'm kind of encroaching in that area, but I think I'm going to put more storage over here moving forward. And that would be this area right here. Plenty of room right there. I think we can get a couple of harvesters in there, and who says I got to keep all this stuff together? I could end up putting a shed over there or something for all our grass equipment, or something over there for all our something equipment. You get what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Man, I'm not liking how this meadow grass is not growing back, because before I do plow up these fields, I like to mow them first, but this is not going to be much of a mow out of this, I don't think. We're still going to hit it with the mower though. Starting to get a little bit low on fuel in these things. Probably enough, I don't know, but I need to get some sort of fuel station over here, and I don't got enough money. I do have enough money to buy it right now, but not enough money to fill it up. It's a 20,000 liter capacity, and I think we'll kind of put it over here out of the way. I don't know, is it smart to have it up against something? And wow, this is in a different language. That might be Russian. Yeah, I think right here would be good. That's going to cost us $2,000. We're down to 838. Let's go ahead and start loading up a whole thing of silage and get it sold off. Not the best time for selling silage, but that's what we have to sell off. Unless I go out there and cut down some trees, I don't want to do that right now. I am also wasting time by not having this tractor out here on the field mowing, and I just realized something. I think I got way too close to this over here. May have to back that field up this way a little bit, but that's good. We'll take care of that after we get the grass picked up and we kind of see an outline. Just taking a quick peek into this trailer over here. I have the option of selling it. $12,793 value. Might sell it off, but I got a feeling I might need to keep it for a second because we need to make some good money. And instead of running that big semi, I can run the small trailer. And you know what? Never mind. Cancel that plan. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it now. Why run the small trailer whenever I can run the semi? $12,793. That's ours. Probably should have repaired, repaint, but I don't think I had enough money. I'm not even sure how much it costs, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and top off our fuel tanker thing here. Now I do got both the tractors out there going. We'll see if they run out of fuel or not. And how do I top this off right here? I don't know about topping it off, but $27,000. Wow, I do not have that much money. I think we can go for a little bit less. 13,000. Do I have that much? I might have that much. Oh, nope, don't even have that much. Okay, let's go a little bit lower. Let's go 5,000 liters. Thank you for that. I'll spend $6,875 on some diesel. We can come over here and get refilled a little bit later. Now I do need to get something else to probably wash this equipment. Maybe. Silage is still being made there. We're not in a rush for money. I'm going to hold off on it. We got 111,000 liters of silage in count and adding up real fast there. The reason I'm going to hold off on it for right now is I'm going to go back to cutting up those 6-meter logs, maybe even do some 9 meters just to make multiple trips. But we're going to start selling off some logs. That way we can get that bank balance in the top right up, up, and up while this mowing is going on. We got a couple of months. You know, I never did look into that. When exactly do we need to have these fields ready? I'm looking for planting season for wheat, maybe some barley, maybe some canola. Not sure. So August, September. If I want to get into canola, that's going to be August, obviously, then September for wheat and barley. Really really need something like I mentioned previously for getting chickens. We do have harvest time coming up on our oats though in July, so I got to keep an eye out for that and make sure I don't miss it. I mean, how am I going to miss it? I only got one field out there. You know, I'm out here cutting up these trees and I'm like cutting up a whole lot thinking, you know what, I need a whole lot. I need to make a whole lot of money. But I don't even know how much these harvesters cost. I mean, it is 1951 and these harvesters are tiny. I don't think this is going to be no $500,000 harvesters. I should probably look into that before I just go out there and try to make $500,000 from logs. Yeah, no, I think we good. I think we real good. I mean, look at this thing. $4,000? You gotta be kidding me. Where in the world's the header for, though? The reason I'm asking that, I'm not seeing a combination button down there in the bottom. There it is right there, $750. Now, I do have these harvester options here. I'm not 100% sure how the dates are on these. If I can remember correctly, I believe this International 141 was the only one I could find that was made before 1950. These other ones didn't exactly have a date to them. I mean, this does say Lizard on it, but there should be an actual name out there. It's been a while since I looked this stuff up, but I believe this International 141 here was made in, I think, 1941. Even though these do look old, some of them are actually pretty new. We'll most likely be going with this International, so $13,000 has a 1,800 liter capacity, and this one over here has a bigger capacity, but I'm not too worried about the whole capacity thing. I'm more worried about trying to keep it as realistic as possible, and plus, who doesn't like International Harvester? 13,000 there. How much is the header? The header's going to be 3,600, so $16,600. Yeah, I think we're looking good. We don't have that money now, but I think we're about to get that money with all these logs right here off the ground. Let me get them picked up, get them sold off, see if that's even a full trailer or not. They are cut to 6 meters. I was saying something about doing 9 meters, just making more trips, less cuts, stuff like that. Oh well. This is not a full trailer, nowhere near a full trailer actually, because this only took up the front half and a few little spots in the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it over to the sell point and hold up. Wait a minute, what is that stuff? I remember seeing it previously. It's long links. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But we're gonna get it over to the sell point, start making some money on this, and then of course spend that money on something, some new equipment. Not gonna give that away yet. Like I said, I like to leave these things on cliffhangers. It's been a while since I had to sell off some logs. Let's go ahead and get this sold off. Hopefully they all sell off. That's also why I did not top it off all the way. But that right there, $26,105. That's going to leave us plenty of money to buy what I want, even though I'm not sure what the cost is of what I want, but I know it's not $32,000. Quick update on our whole mowing situation we got going over here. I did end up changing that whole setup to 2 meters wide. Previously it was registering as like a 1.4, 1.6 meter wide mower, but it does say 2 meters, so I don't know what's going on there. Went ahead and changed it itself, and it looks like it's working great. It's not missing anything or anything I can actually tell that it's missing, and I'm going to go through starting to get this stuff picked up, and we're going to be purchasing something pretty nice next episode that's going to help us with all this whole stuff right here. If y'all guess what that is, drop that in the comments. Got a lot of adjustments I got to do to this field here because it's way too close to that sawmill I just drive past. But let's get these 2 tractors out on the last field, and then I'm going to get something else because we got to get something else to pick up the grass there. And I did say I was going to get something special. Let's see what that is, or something new. And here we go. This is what I'm going to be going with right here. We're going to get some new tractors. I'm going to be working on efficiency in the 1950s here. So by efficiency, let's just get more workers out there and get the job done faster. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and buy 2 of these, and probably could get more if I keep logging away, but I got enough money for 2, I think. Let's go ahead and look. Yes, I barely did have enough money for 2. Oh, wow, that was close. $420 left right there. $419, I guess. Must have dropped in a second. But now 2 of them here. We're going to go ahead and get our forage wagons out there on 1 and 2 fields over there. I think it's CP4 and CP5. Yeah, this is 5. 4's over here. And then, of course, I'll get some more forage wagons in a little bit because this is going to be done real fast. It's not going to be very efficient if I can't put those other 2 tractors to work, but I need some money to get more forage wagons, to get more work done, and all kinds of stuff. We'll see what happens though. I am really worried this was a bad idea because that money is dropping and dropping fast with 3 workers out there now. I'm going to put a 4th one. I do believe I got some logs down on the ground out there that's kind of weird links. I'm probably going to load those up real fast, get those sold, because man, we are about out of money. These right here are the logs I was talking about. That should give us a little bit of money, maybe $1,000, $2,000. I have no idea. Let's just get them loaded up and see what happens. Maybe I'm not going to be very efficient because getting there down under $200, I think these workers are about to stop. It's going to give us a little bit of money, but I don't think it's going to give me enough money to do anything else as far as get more equipment to keep all 4 of those tractors running. So it might take me a second. That might have been a dumb idea, but $978, that's ours, taking us up to $1,100 164 and dropping. To save me some time and to get me some money a little bit faster, I'm going to go ahead and cut these logs down to 9-meter lengths instead of 6. That's going to fill up the trailer faster because that trailer's designed to do front and back with 6 meters. So 9 meters just means less I can put on the trailer, but they should still be at the same sell price. We tested that earlier in this series. Kind of interesting there. Well, not exactly the same sell price, but the same value worth of some sort. I don't know. We tested it earlier, sold off 6-meter logs, a whole tree. They made the same amount of money as 9-meter logs did for a whole tree. That's what I'm talking about. As I'm going away here, I'm watching that money pretty closely. Just got under $1,000 now, and I keep having a blocked object worker thing keep appearing. That's one of the tractors. They keep running into the sawmill. That sawmill is really close to one of the fields, and I got to keep jumping over there and fixing that, unfortunately. But eventually that'll be all done with. I'm gonna make that field a different size. I don't think I'm gonna do all 3 fields now. We'll see what happens. You know what? This is driving me so crazy right here, coming over here fixing this thing every single time. So let's go ahead and get it up on the other field down here where I know it's not going to run into anything. I did go ahead and take that other worker off a while back because they kept getting blocked by each other. Now it keeps getting blocked by that building. I may take care of that field myself. I'm not sure. Now to get that one working good, I'm going to have to get these tractors moved up out of the way because I feel like that's going to be a blocked object issue right there. Love to have some money so I can go ahead and get another forage wagon or 2 in here, but I guess I didn't plan that out good enough. I just add a note in there, buy 2 more tractors, and like I said, it's been a month since I played. Ooh, should have got some more money. Another reason I really wanted to go to 9-meter long lengths is because this trailer just keeps getting really heavy or full. So full that it's too heavy for this truck to pull. So this should help counter that issue and get me going a little bit faster to the sell point. A little funky looking here, sticking out the backside, not even. I don't know, that's why I say funky looking, because I like it to be perfectly even, but I don't gotta have it perfectly even this time. Got a lot of empty space on the back there as well. This is a 12-meter trailer, if y'all forgot. I know I probably did. Also, I know this is going a lot faster, or moving a lot faster as far as 52 miles per hour. Haven't seen that in a while with the full trailer load. Let's see what we get off this load of logs right there, and that's going to give us $30,878. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, that is amazing. I think I might stick with 9-meter length logs because I'm really liking the look of that. I believe that's about the same as what I'm going to make for a full trailer of 6 meters, possibly. I can't exactly remember. Well, you know what? I think the 6-meter ones were a little bit over that, somewhere in the 30s, but still, that's pretty good. I'm not sure exactly how much a forage wagon is. I'm pretty sure I can get 2 of them in here. I think I'm going to get 2 more in here. Let's go ahead and get these mowers put away first. And I don't want to block those plows because those plows are coming out next. So let's put it somewhere else. Looky here. Apparently this is in the 1950s. Huge pickup width, 20 meters. Let's go with it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Can't get that one. We're going to go here. $4,700, I guess, is what it's going to cost. Let's see if there's any extra cost to it. I'm sure I can add other stuff to it, but I really don't want to mess with it. Let's just buy 2 of these right here. I'm going to put a worker on one of them and I'm going to take over the other one. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, there they are right there. Oh, I thought I had the shop delivery over here. I was like, oh my gosh, where in the world did those go? No, they're right here. So we're down to $21,000, almost 22. The reason I got 2 of them is because I'm going to have a worker do one of them, and I'm going to come through and pick up the spots that got missed right through here. That way they don't have to avoid this building because that was kind of an issue. Now I believe I could put a worker on right here, and they should miss the building. Let's see what happens. I believe me and this other worker here is about to finish up this field over here. Got about 8722, not about, that's exactly what it is. 8,722 liters. Well, hold up, 8,780 liters now of grass in this one, and there's nothing else on the field for us to pick up. I did miss a few spots here and there, but oh well, let's go ahead and take this worker off here. They got almost 7,000 liters. Wonder what we got in those other ones because they've been going a lot longer. These are the 2 new ones I just got. Finished off that field. Now I want to do a little bit of decorating, get set up for a new field setup because I want to put a road through here. But the thing is, I want to actually leave a little grass patch between the sawmill road over here and a new road over here. So the road's going to run right through where this field is, unfortunately. That's what I was saying. It's way too close to the sawmill. Now, there's one thing I always like to do with this no man's land map, and that is to follow the original path that's here. You can see underneath the grass, there's a path back over here in the distance. You can't really see it up close here. Well, I guess you kind of can. So let's go ahead and follow that path as well. That's going to be a little outlined area of where I know I cannot go with the field or the new field I'm about to build. I am saying field as in a singular field. I don't know. Maybe I'll do 1 big one. Maybe I'll do 2. Still not sure. Okay, this is what I'm gonna go with right here. Just got a little path going down this way. Like I said, I want to leave some greenery here. I'm probably gonna end up planting some trees there a little bit later, planting some trees, placing some trees, I don't know. And then I got a path going down here. So I was thinking 1 big field here or 2 and just kind of split down the middle. I do not own all the land over here. You might be able to tell on the mini map, it does split off and go somewhere here. I think I just own up to like right here where the end of the field already is. I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'm going to have to drive around and draw that field manually with a vehicle because that new road does not show up on the map. That's why. Well, y'all may be wondering why these are all set up like this. Well, just take a look at the thumbnail. Had to put them together to get a nice little thumbnail pic before the sun went down because it's getting pretty close. 59,664 liters of grass in this one. I believe the other one's got like 30-something thousand liters. Let's get it all dumped off over here into this building, making some silage. Probably got a large amount of silage in here, but you know what? It doesn't seem like it's really worth as much money as I thought it used to be. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe I'm not used to dealing with such low numbers. I do know it's taken a very long time to do this work. It's picking up very little amounts, even though that's almost 60,000 liters of grass, but it just seems so low compared to normal farm sim. Whenever I say normal farm sim, I'm talking about some big equipment that I normally use. Normal farm sim for me, that is. Now there's a little bit of an issue here. I only got storage for 2 of them. I don't know. I'm going to bump it all the way up to the back, see if I can put the other 2 in front of these 2. We'll see exactly what happens. Well, you know what? It takes up almost the whole thing, so that's not going to work at all. It will stick out some. Probably just leave them sitting out for now. I do need to get some more storage in. I'll figure that out one day. Not only am I out of storage for those forage wagons, also out of storage for tractors. Ooh, that's not looking good. I'm going to go ahead and go through and delete these fields 3, 4, and 5 here, then go ahead and make another one. You can see my person right here. We're going to drive along, making that course, and then I'll get all these tractors off. And after that course is made, it's time to plow. Now, there will be strips of grass in between these fields that I did not mow or pick up. That's fine. I'll just leave it. And it's just going to be one big old field. And if you're all not sure how to do that and draw a course, you just come in there and hit this little record button, and it's going to draw around the field for me as I drive. That way I know exactly where it needs to go. I do got to be a little careful once I get on the edge of the land, because off to my right, I don't own that next piece of land. All done now. CP3 is what it is. I'll eventually change something around here. Almost a 5-acre field. That's pretty big. That's going to be our biggest one so far. I guess we got one over here that was about an acre, or it should be exactly an acre. This one's 4 acres almost, and then almost a 5-acre field. I just keep getting bigger and bigger, maybe a little bolder with it, and ooh, man, I'm on the line over here. A little worried there. Oh no, I was not paying attention to that line. I was paying attention to this up here. That might not work out too well. We'll see what happens, because I'm going to go ahead and start up a worker here with the plow. I'm actually going to set this up with multiple tools of 4. I only have 2 plows, but I'll go ahead and buy 2 more. We do have 4 tractors, so let's get them all out there and going. Now, whenever you get up to 4 items on there, you're going to have a left 2, a left 1, a right 1, a right 2. Just got to make sure I set them all up correctly. And that is not working. I guess I got to turn on creative field. I thought I'd already emptied this out, but somehow I got 3 liters of grass left in it, and I figured that out. I ended up leaving the drop down on it and left the thing turned on. Let's go ahead and cherish every liter of grass we possibly can by dumping that in there and turning it into silage. I just realized I'm probably an idiot. Well, I realize that a lot, to be honest with you. But I'm looking into the cultivators, and I think I can use a cultivator to make a field. And this thing's 5 meters wide. Not going to do it right now. We'll probably look at that little hack a little later. Either that's a hack or just real life stuff. I don't know. Either way, let's go in here, find our plow that we were using right here. I can see down here, 2 owned. Let's go ahead and buy 2 more of them and get them out on the field as well. Those were $1,200 piece, costing us $2,400. Now, I still got 1 more tractor sitting out there with a forage wagon. I'll take care of that in a minute. It's all good. I believe this worker says it's going to take about 30 minutes once I get all 4 of them on there, so not too bad. It is getting dark. I probably will go ahead and go to sleep. Possibly not. I'm not sure yet. Last forage wagon right here with 33,275 liters of grass. I'm pretty excited to see how much liters of silage we have in there and what that value is. I say I am, but I know it's not going to be much, so I don't really want to look and get all disappointed. All 4 workers now out there on the field and going. Got 1 to my right here, got 2 in front of me. It's all going and going. It's going good. Now it is dark. I think I might let them plow up throughout the night, possibly. That way we can hit a fresh new field early in the morning and make as much progress as possible. One thing that did have me really worried was the border and the edge over here, because I was not paying attention between this field 55 and 54 here. I'm walking on the line right now, and it looks like this border part right here did work out pretty good. We'll see what happens whenever I go to actually harvest this crop or whatever I put on this field, and it's going to be a crop. There's no doubt about that. While that is going on, let's go ahead and top off our semi here with some more diesel and then head out in the woods and do some logging at nighttime. Now it is pretty hard to see at nighttime, but I think I can make it work with a little flashlight and a little bit of headlights from the sun. Didn't make it very far. Looks like we got some blocked by objects already, and that is a huge issue with putting this many workers out here on the field. Knew it was going to happen. Oh well. We'll just pick you up, move you out of the way. That way it kind of unblocks that, and you should probably pick up where you're at here in just a second. Please don't run into each other again, okay? So the big issue with this whole logging at nighttime is not the cutting it down or cutting it up part. It's actually the picking of the up part. They're very, very hard to see on the ground, and that semi doesn't have any lights behind it or beside it or anything like that, just straight in front of it, and they may not be the best. Here's a little tip I try to do anytime I'm cutting down these logs. So yes, I'm using the auto load, but we could pick it up with the tractor and load it. So that's why I'm using the auto load. That's my one rule with auto load. I must be able to load it myself. So the tip is I'll cut a tree down this way, and then I'll try to cut another tree, for example this one right here, down the other direction. That way they're kind of laying beside each other, and that's less driving and less I have to pick up. Well, same amount I got to pick up, but less times I got to hit the button to pick it up. Really just less driving, I guess. It's taken a couple of years, but the first tractor is coming to an end here. Really didn't take a couple of years. It just seems like it's taking forever. Let's get this one out of the way so the rest of them kind of finish. I'll get that plow kind of put away. I don't know. We're running out of room really fast. Now there's a little bit of an issue with that field. I think I'll be able to see it through a map thing, but it's going to be really hard to see at nighttime. Okay, I guess I'm not able to see it through the map thing. I'll show you out there on the field in the dark though. You can see right here in front of me there's little pieces of grass like here, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go through, touch all those up. Probably not right now, probably once the sun comes up though. Not 100% sure when the sun's gonna come up, but let's shoot for 6 a.m. see if it's bright enough for me to see that stuff. You know, let's go 5 just in case. I can always speed up, right? And wow, 5 a.m. is really bright. We got a few things there. What is that? Property maintenance, production costs, wage payments. Wage payments are normal. I probably need to get something in to kind of counteract that. I don't know what kind of solar panels were around in 1951. It's almost time to get out there on the field and start laying down some lime. I want to lay the lime down first so I can see where the planting part gets missed. That did show solid fertilizer as an option there. I don't know if it takes lime or not. I'm not 100% sure. Finished work up there. Let me go ahead and jump over to that and finish up all the extra parts that I got to touch up, like that little strip right there. And I'm sure I got the same thing on the other end of the field as well. Here's the thing. Y'all may be wondering why I let it get so dark, why I skipped the night and everything like that. I do have a rule where I'm going to leave it at 5 times speed. I add a little extra challenge to this. I'm starting to play a little more with the time in my challenges or playthroughs and stuff like that, trying to make it a race against the time. Used to, any other playthrough I would just leave it at 1 time speed. Once all the work's done, I'd go to sleep. Try to keep it daytime all the time, but this time against me, that's proven to be a little difficult for me at some points, especially on that other series that broke the millionaire. Looks like this green one right here has the lime in it, 330 liters. Not very much, and we know it's going to blow right through that really fast. That is why I've set it up to automatically refill with the worker. Hopefully I still got it set up that way. I'm going to get this out on the field, get it going. Let's see how much money we burn through, because man, that's going to take a lot of money to do this field. Also, another thing I like to do, and whoa, what is that? See a little dot right there on that CP2. But another thing I like to do is actually take these fields away, or the CP ones away. That way the workers can register the actual field. As you can tell, there's a little bit outside the line on the field. That tends to happen sometimes with the plowing. And I guess I forgot to do it over here. And I think I'm actually missing some on the ground over here as well. Worker off and going, and looks like it is dropping very fast in the bottom. Let's hurry up and get that switched over. See if it can stay going or not. Probably going to run out because how slow I am. I have no idea where this stuff is. I think I just got it, but it did just run out. Let's go ahead and top that off. Yeah, if I had to do this every single time, just keep topping it off over and over again, this would take forever. That's why I just go ahead and turn on the buy fertilizer, which would also buy fertilizer, but I think it buys the lime as well. It is going to cost a whole lot more doing it this way, but it's going to save me a lot of time. $55 right there for a refill. Yeah, now it's going to cost me a whole lot more than what I can get from buying this stuff over at that multi-fruit buying station. Looks like it's not dropping anymore down there. 330 liters. It's going to stay like that. I was thinking about getting another one out there, but this should go pretty fast. Let's go ahead and get this followed up with the planter, and I really want to get another planter out there as well. Maybe I'll wait and hold off for a second, but that money is dropping really fast. Let's go ahead and get that money going up though while that's dropping. Just got done liming up this field over here off to the left. Now we got to do the next stage to it, which is, I believe, planting, then roll the seeds down, something along those lines, maybe a little fertilizer mixed in there. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know we are going on to the next stage there. Also, we might get another planter as well. That way we can speed it up. Last episode we were working on efficiency, and we got a lot more tractors now, but we still only have 1 planter, so we're going to need to do something there. There's one big issue with planting that new field, and that is it's not planting time. I mean, we can look here and see that it is not planting time. So we're going to have to wait all the way up until September to plant. We're going to end up planting barley over there. That way we can get a lot of food in for chickens moving forward. Now, until then, what else do I got to do? There's logging, maybe even some grass harvest. Let's check on our grass field. Looks like our grass field is ready to harvest next month, and that kind of makes me think, hey, maybe I should harvest up some other grass. And there's this little section over here that we was harvesting previously. I don't know if the meadow grass grows back up to its original state like this over here. I don't think it does. I haven't seen it go from being freshly mowed to this state right here. Not seen it. Once again, flying our 1951 year style drone here, and I'm seeing I've already got a bunch of trees down on the ground. I believe they're cut up to 9 meters long. Let's go through, pick them up, get them sold off, see how much money we got. Maybe we're going to end up wasting this month away doing nothing but sleeping. It didn't quite give me the notice of, hey, it's full, but it's full enough for me. There's also a lot more on the ground over there. We'll end up picking up at a later point. Let's get this sold off, go ahead and sleep into the next month, because we're going to have plenty of money. We probably got plenty of money right now, and I definitely need to get used to using these roads, because all these fields being out here, I cannot be driving a straight shot to the sell point anymore. Gonna sell that load of logs off right there, and that's going to give us $22,811. That's taking our total up there in the top right to $37,704. I'm going to get this back out there to the forested area, and then we're going to go ahead and go to sleep, and then mow this grass field off to our right. Running over here to the house super fast like Clark Kent. Yes, of course I do use super speed like that. I really love it. I am noticing that we are about to harvest our oats. Looks like we got harvest time next month as well, besides just the grass field. So quite a bit of stuff harvesting here, and I'm pretty interested to talk a little bit more about the harvesters. I'll see y'all next month. Sun's not quite up yet, but we're here in July now, a little after 5 a.m. I want to start early, get it going. Time is against us on this series. Kinda, a little bit. But oat field here ready to harvest. That's looking pretty good. Excited to see how much we get off of that. Not sure what we're going to turn it into. If we turn it into anything, it's got to be flour, I think. That's the only thing. And then our grass field is ready to harvest as well. Now let's look again some sort of harvesters in here. I should probably start up the grass field first. Let me start that up before we buy a harvester. Got 2 mowers off and going over here. I guess I could purchase 2 more mowers because we do have 2 more tractors available, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because those other tractors will go through with the forage wagon picking up the grass. Now we're going to go ahead and look at getting a harvester. Now someone did recommend a pull behind harvester out there that is available, and I think I'm going to stay away from that for right now. I'm looking for a little bit more faster progress now. I actually had some hard times getting back on this file just now. It was actually pretty scary. I thought I was about to lose the whole entire series. So a few things we talked about previously was these harvesters. Then someone came through saying, hey, try out that pull behind, which is actually a pretty good idea for 1950s, but I'm not sure how well that would work as far as me doing this myself, because I believe with the pull behind one, either it dumps on the ground or you need to dump it into a trailer, which can cause a little bit of an issue when I'm trying to do this by myself, but a hired worker should do the job. Anyways, we're just going to go with this international 1-for-1 right here. Keep it somewhat out of the lizard realm and something a little more realistic. I did the research on this. This was around in the 1950s. I'm happy with that. We're going with it. Now, wheel setup. What in the world? I didn't even know that was a thing. What does that say? Niche? Hold on. What is that? I don't see it changing anything, but it's costing $2,000 extra. What in the world is it changing? No idea. We're just going to go standard here. 75 horsepower, manual, 1,800 liters capacity. Let's buy that. $13,000. And then on top of that, we got to get the connection to the front there. That's going to cost a little bit. I guess we have an option for sunflowers and corn. I don't know if we'll ever get into that. We probably should. I think that'd be a good idea. But this is the one I need right here for right now. $3,600. Any extras? Nope, no extras. We're going to go ahead and buy that as well. Little shop delivery fees that's going to pop in there. Something's wrong with that shop delivery mod. I should just remove it and just continue to go up to the store and grab the items. That way I ain't got to pay the extra. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll do a little shop deliveries, pay them a little extra because, you know, these prices are definitely inflated for 1951. Well, you know what? This harvester might not be, but some of the other stuff is inflated out there. I know that for sure. This is actually a pretty good size header and everything on this. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I might knock this out myself. I don't see any reason not to. I'm kind of tired of doing forester work, so let's knock this out. Now, swath dropping. Not sure if this is going to drop swath or not. I would hope so, and yes, it is. Looks like it is. That is awesome. And we're running 5 miles an hour. I do got a mod to crank that speed up. I probably will crank it up here in a second. I just wanted to say it's coming out pretty good. It's getting full pretty fast as well. A little over 10% now. Yeah, no, that's going. It's going up there. Let's keep it going though and see how much harvest we get off of here. Finally full here, and I believe I got crop destruction on, but with these tires being so narrow, I don't think it did any damage there because I was not paying close enough attention. I accidentally drove into the crops just a little bit, but it's getting the job done. Let's go ahead and get this emptied out. I'm gonna end up having to buy a trailer, I believe, but oh well. Let's see what kind of trailer I get though, because I'm kind of interested. Am I gonna get something that runs with the tractor or something that runs with the pickup truck? Not sure. Here's one I'm gonna go with. I got all the trailers unlocked, but I was sorting through them trying to find one that was within the dated range. There's a few others out there probably, but you know, I like this one. It's gonna hold 4,000 liters. It's dated for 1949, so we're kind of within that dated range. But the reason the trailers are unlocked is because those dates really didn't line up too well. Let's go ahead and buy this though. $3,350. $250. Now, I don't know if the pickup truck will run this or if I need to use a tractor. We'll just go ahead and grab a tractor real quick. Oh, hey, looky there. It turns out I got a trailer already. Forgot all about that. That trailer, I believe, is set up for bells right now. That's why there's straps in there. Should have just used that. My bad. Looks like this trailer's going to work out pretty good. The first full harvester load right here for only 44% of it. That's nice. Now, I'll go ahead and turn that tractor off, leave it there, get back out there on that field, harvest and continuing away. One thing I see being a problem that I did not even think of or expect was this is a very, very wide drop on this swath right here. So I don't think a regular down is going to pick it all up. I think we're going to have to go down and back to pick up each one of these swaths. No big deal there, I guess. I'm going to have to do it myself anyways because I did not set this up on a worker. Now, you may notice I am using the GPS. For 1951, the GPS mod would be a rope tied to the wheel and a block on the pedal. Harvester's full, trailer's full. We got a little bit left to harvest. Well, let's get some sort of silo in now and get that stuff dumped out. Keeping with the older style and stuff like that, I think I might be going with this one right here, $11,000. And I'm trying to keep with that European looking style as well, I guess, because No Man's Land is considered in France. And I don't know, just all over the place. It's going to be kind of hard matching stuff up with years and everything like that as far as buildings. But $11,000 here, or I can come over here to the No Man's Land one for $8,000. Obviously, that looks old and rustic, but it should be something that's new in 1951. It should be something that's old and rustic in present day. So I think I'm going to try this out. Plus, on top of this one, it gives storage as well, because I'm assuming not all of that is going to be the 2 million liter capacity. This is a silo used to store crops. I think it's going to work out pretty good. Now, I do want to end up getting a production in and turning those oats into something else besides just selling. And I'm going to put it in right over here. We got our field over here to the left, new field over to the right. I think it's going to fit in right here. If you look a little closer, there's a little archway right there. I believe this is part of a building pack of some sort, and something else should go with it somewhere in there. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting whatever that other thing is that goes with it in there somewhere, but just in case I do, let's line it up to where it can fit in there. So for example, that's going to go right there. I'm going to even it out to the road, and I'm assuming the silo is through this gateway right here, or doorway. There's a door there, and then there's a door there. That would make me think, hey, that's where it's going to be. Let me do a little paint texture here, get some gravel in, and we're good to go. Got this all put in here, did a little smoothing over here because it kind of built up a little bit. I'll do a little more touching up as I need to. Let's go ahead and check this place out, see exactly what it looks like. I was really excited about the whole storage idea of it. That's a big part. I like that. Now, like I said, I think this is where the silo is, and yes, this is where the silo is. A little more storage. Oh, ran too fast right past that. It turned the trigger points on for a second. A little more storage here. Unload over here, looking pretty good. And then also some more storage over here. So that's going to prevent us from having to buy anything else as far as storage. Could even end up putting the harvester away in here, and it's going to be its permanent home. I'm not 100% sure what all this... Oh, well, that's emptying out somehow. I don't know how the heck it's emptying out, but I'm not 100% sure what all this thing will hold here. I'm assuming it would probably hold my straw as well. Looking into it, though, to the left there, you can see there's kind of 3 compartments. So in reality, realistically, this thing should be able to hold 3 different things. Now, of course, I don't know what dated age this type of technology is right here, but we're going with it. I did mention a little bit there about it being able to hold 3 different things. With this being a game, you could generally hold a heck of a lot more than 3 things. I'm not sure if I'm going to go over that 3 limit or try to keep it realistic with that 3 limit. All done with the harvest there. It's time to start getting the stuff put away. I'll try to put the trailer in there and the harvester in there. A little bit of an issue I see possibly is going to be the header. I mean, that door does look like it opens up wide enough for the header. We'll see what happens. But 6,042 liters in oats. I can see that in the bottom right there. That's pretty nice. I like it. Not sure exactly how much that's worth in value of selling off directly right now. We can see that, though. That's pretty awesome. In the time-saving stock check mod here, we can see right here at the top, we got oats, 6,042 liters. Current value, if I was to sell it off right now at the farm shop, would be $2,731. If we wait to max value, that's going up over $1,000 more to $3,889. Now, I did say I want to turn it into something else, and that's going to end up being flour. So we'll end up getting some sort of flour mill type thing in eventually. It's looking very close. Let's see if it fits. I don't know if it is. I don't think I have any sort of header trailer or anything for this header. Not sure if that's really a thing or a round. Okay, hey, there we go. Looks like the collisions are not on there all the way. Probably should have got this parked in there a little bit better, and I think I can just turn the angle in it. I definitely bumped up against something there, but as long as I get this in there angled, looks like that door might close and not stick anything out. Closing up the door here. Let's see what happens. Is that going to stick out? No, it's not. It's actually all going to fit in there. Perfect. All our harvesting equipment is in there. Trailer and harvester along with the header. Now, there are a few other compartments here that we could put a few things away. I believe all we were missing on space was spots for a tractor and spots for our forage wagons. It appears the pickup width on this wagon is actually wider than the wagon is, and I had never caught that, so this is working out fine-ish. I guess. There's a little bit here and there missed, but it's all good. I'll go ahead and touch that up myself. Just touching up this last little piece I got mist here and we're all done. 35,280 liters of straw. Now, I don't know if it's going to go in this building in front of me or if it's going to go in this building to the left of me here for storage and later use. Let's see what we could do with this straw in this building in front of me, which is a production, by the way. I guess there's this old cheaty way in FS22 here where you could turn straw into silage, which is no. I could do it. I'm not going to do it. So we will be storing this straw till later use, probably inside a cow barn for bedding. One thing I absolutely hate on these fields out here is the fact that weeds will grow in. And I wasn't sure exactly what they used in the 1950s, so I did a little bit of research. Apparently in the 1940s and 50s, they was doing a lot of it by hand with hose and rakes and stuff like that. But also they used chemicals. So we may be looking into a chemical route. Let's see what kind of mods we have out there with this whole mod pack that I have available and using. First, we're taking a look here into weeders. Looks like there is some sort of weeder out there that's got a 2-meter wide working with. That's pretty nice. I guess I could kind of simulate the whole doing a manual by hand type thing. I wasn't sure if they actually used a actual weeder like this. I'm not even sure how this stuff would work without even tearing up the crop. I guess you'd have to be very careful lowering and raising bits and pieces where the weeds were. So that is available for us to use. Looks like we got to use it in the first growing stage of the crops. No big deal. $850 for that thing. Also, we'll look into sprayers here, and they already have some 1944 date on that one and a 1950 date on this one. Kind of like this one, 8 meters wide. Wow. Okay, that's 8 meters wide as well. Really just look and see what holds more. And this one holds 3 liters more. This one holds 3 liters less. Also goes slower too. 5 miles per hour on that one, 7 miles per hour on this one. I don't know, just kind of looking up and down. This is a Lizard brand. Not saying it's not real or anything. It's probably real, but this one actually has a name brand on it. Ooh, combinations. What's that go to? Oh, a drum weight. Okay, I see that coming. But yeah, I think we'll give this bad boy a try and some herbicide to go along with it. Another commonly used method that was done quite a bit back then that actually helped contribute or lead to what was known as the Dust Bowl here in America was plowing. Farmers just kept plowing up the fields, plowing up the fields. It was a commonly used thing, and I thought about just going ahead and plowing, and that's something I do quite a bit on the game to help prevent the weeds from growing in, is just go ahead and plow. But I don't think I'm going to do it this time around. I'm going to try out something different, work a little bit into that whole weeding stuff. Now, we're not going to put anything in that field quite yet. I'm not sure when anything is going in that field. Let's take a look at that. Looking into the crop calendar here, I'm kind of almost tempted just to wait till next year. I want to get into that corn or sunflowers of some sort like that. Maybe we won't wait till next year, but also I'm thinking about canola. Canola's a good cash crop kind of, right? We'll see what happens. I think oats would be a good thing to continuously do over there as well. That way I can keep constant income towards flour, but oh well. But we will see what happens whenever we get there. But for right now, I'm going to come over here to this field and help out with picking up the grass. Taking quite a bit of time here, but it is having to back up and all that stuff. I'm sure there's a lot in there, and I only put one worker on the field. That's my fault. I got some other stuff to do. I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker kind of in the middle here, and I did make some adjustments to where they don't have to turn around on the field anymore. So that should help with this turnaround right here, because that's what was happening. Looks like this worker would stop right about there, back up, redo its whole thing, but there's plenty of room to turn around off the field on this field right here. Now, some of the fields I might run into a little bit of an issue with that, and I'll make adjustments whenever I get there. But the reason I want to turn that over to a worker is because we really need to get some more money coming in. $2,500 there in the top right. Let's get back out there to that forestry area, get some more logs sold off. Might have enough on the ground to go ahead and sell off another trailer though before I have to cut more. This is what I got here now that was already on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and cut up these 2 trees off to the left here. I cut them into each other like I showed previously to kind of help out. I'll cut this one heading that way. I'll cut the other one heading back this way. Cut them up in the middle, then bam, load them up. Just got done cutting this down, loading them up down. I see there in the distance in the top left, there's already some logs on the ground, so I guess I really did need to cut this one up because this right here should top off the trailer. I can finally cut through my fields. I got no crops in them. I don't know why I'm just so excited about that. Selling this load of logs off right there for $26,380 plus a $1,552 environmental score reward. Is that our first time we're getting environmental score rewards? I forgot all about that. Didn't even think about that. Might be coming in now because we did our first harvest there, and I'm really surprised to see it's in a positive number. Usually it's in a negative number on my first little bits here and there, but it's positive. I like it. It's awesome. Maybe it's starting to come in now because I did a harvest. I think that's whenever it changed. I can't remember if it was there previously, but looking over here in the grass field, they're getting closer and closer to done. I'm gonna head back out there, go ahead and cut down some more trees, get some more loaded up possibly, or just get some more loaded up, or just leave them sitting out there until a later use, because it's been pretty nice just going out there, grabbing trees, selling them off, making my money as I needed it. Just got the notification workers all done here, and that actually worked out pretty good. I did not realize how well I split that up because that other worker's almost done. Now there's 23,608 liters in this. I don't know what's another one. Should have a lot more. I'm gonna write this number down because I'm really interested to see how much grass we get off this harvest every every single time around. Putting away one of the forage wagons over here. I'm going to put the other one in here. I was really hoping there'd be enough room to put both the forage wagon and the tractor in there, but there's not, and that's all good. I'll end up using that little compartment just right over here at the end of the building for the tractors. I'm saying tractors, hoping I can fit 2 inside here. It's definitely going to be close, but it might work. Grass is all picked up. 115,423 liters of grass in this thing right here. Now, those 2 trailers combined brings us to a total of 139,031 liters. That is pretty nice. Now, I could just turn it all into silage, but I think I'm actually going to stop that production because I'm not sure what the cows take as far as feed-wise in FS22. I can't really remember. It's been so long. I do know in did I say FS25? I don't know what the cows take in FS22, but I do know in FS25 the cows do really good with silage, and I usually do silage, but I was doing silage here just to make a lot of money. Let's hold off on that for right now. We might end up having to mix some silage and hay together to make some TMR for those cows. Looking into the whole making TMR and stuff like that, I guess it takes some hay, I believe. Is that hay? That might be grass. No, that's hay. Okay, I see the colors line up right here. Hay, hay. There we go. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. How you doing? No, but we'll go ahead and start making some hay as well because TMR is definitely going to be the best food route. I'm not going to go with this one right here where it takes some mineral feed. I usually don't. I try to avoid that one. We have this option here where it's hay and silage. Then we also have this option here where it's hay, silage, and straw, which we could do that as well, but I'm kind of saving the straw for a different use. I will not turn on the TMR mixing quite yet because I may end up having to sell that silage, and that was the original reason I was making the silage. I'm also noticing it's not paying very well. 290,000 liters there of silage. Let's see what that comes out to. If I sold it all right now, $43,000. Yeah, that's looking good. If I wait till the next value, 55,000. Yeah, that's pretty good too, but I'm really not liking it compared to how much I'm getting from these treats. I should have probably parked this one first. It's definitely a tight fit trying to get in there now with that other forage wagon already parked in there. I can get it in there, either super strength it in there or just park it in there the correct way. I know I could get it. Hey, there it goes. I actually did not have to use any super strength. Did not realize I'd get that, but it looked fine. Yeah, I should park this one first and park the other one next. That way it goes in there, fits in there a little easier. Now, I don't even know why I'm putting away this stuff half the time. I don't like putting stuff away. I really don't, because it's like I'm just going to get it right back out here pretty soon. With all the grass being mowed and picked up over there on that grass field, we got to look into our next step, regrowing the grass. I believe the grass might start regrowing on its own, but there's one way to help that regrow and also get that fertilization yield and all that stuff up there, because right now it should be sitting at 50%, I believe, and you know what, it's not telling me anything. Ooh, I don't like that, but it is telling me one thing. It's saying pH value is good for the lime, nitrogen is okay. Let's take that pH value up from good to perfect by laying down some more lime, and then also let's take that nitrogen up from, looks like it's at good now. It was at okay earlier, but we'll take them both up. Before I start liming and fertilizing, I want to make sure this AI worker refill is off. I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker here. Now, the reason I want it to be off this time around is because I don't think I'm going to have to refill it very much. Previously, I had to refill it so much that it made more sense to turn that option on and just buy it for an overrated, overpriced price. Let's see if this 330 liters is enough. It is going down quite a bit there. I might have to refill it a couple times, but at least I won't have to refill it at least 20 or 30 times. The more I drive by this and the more I see this little multi-fruit buying station over here, I'm thinking, you know what, I don't really like this spot for it anymore, because it's just kind of like it's sitting in the middle of the path. I might end up moving it off to the side somewhere eventually, but $480 right there for 400 liters of solid fertilizer. Now that limer does need to be refilled. Looks like it made a one headland around. It's looking pretty good, I'd say. I was going to do the fertilizing part myself, but I'm not going to worry about it. I got some other stuff I need to do here. Let's see if 400 liters is enough, and it's dropping very slow, so that might be enough to finish off this field. I'm really surprised how much lime it's actually using though. Second top off on lime here, and maybe I will turn that buy fertilizer thing on. The only reason I really don't want to is because I got a fertilizer spreader going at the same time as well, and that solid fertilizer costs a whole lot of money compared to the lime. Heading back in to get our third load of the lime here. Looks like the fertilizer spreader is about to pass us. That's all good. Now I did say it's probably going to take 3, maybe 4. Maybe I mentioned 4 in there. I do know I said 3, and it's going to be pretty close. It might actually finish on this third fill of lime. $55 right there for lime, and man, that is nice. Real nice, especially compared to how much it blows through whenever I turn it on for buying. I know that it's just a time saver thing. I'm not sure how much I'm losing there though. I'm sure it's a lot. Wow, that was really close. 22 liters left in this thing. I cannot believe that. It's all done though. Let's get it off the field, get it put away, and then looks like the lime's going to be finishing up here in just a second as well. All done here with the lime, and 75 liters left over. You know, it's such a low number, but it's saying there's 22% in there, so that's why I wasn't so shocked and enthused by it like I was that fertilizer spreader. But it does go through 3 tankfuls, really not too bad, and I just have to stop, go grab it, fill it up, bring it back, and $55 per. Yeah, it's looking like a good deal to just do it that way around. Of course it's going to be a good deal to do it that way around. Let me finish getting stuff put all the way here, and I believe I'm done with the month. There's something I do want to look at. If I remember correctly, I think July might be the best sell time for something. There's one thing I love and hate about putting up this equipment on this 1950 series. The one thing I absolutely love is the fact that this equipment's pretty slow, like the tractor, so it makes it easier to back stuff in. I'm not going too fast, accidentally jackknifing or messing up on the back end portion of it. But also that serves as a double-edged sword pretty much, because I hate how slow it goes. Looks like both tractors do fit in here, and is this the tractor I may need? Yes, it is. I may be needing this one because it has the front loader attachment on it. We may be utilizing that here in a second. Let's go ahead and get everything closed up. We're all done here, done with this month, unless I need that tractor out. And we'll figure that out here in the time saving stock check mod. And yes, I guess I can use that right now because July is the best sell price for furniture. I should probably go ahead and sell that off. I mean, the max value is not up there. It's sitting at a total value of $4,780 right now with a max value of $4,996. Not too big of a difference there. It is saying max month. Every now and then this number over here and the value does get a little bit brighter, which I'm looking for this bright green of a color to let me know it's good to sell. Yeah, maybe I should have sold it off at the beginning of the month possibly. What is this, 2 pallets? I'm not going to worry about it right now. I was hoping to have at least 6 pallets. Let's wait around until next year or once that price goes up. It doesn't necessarily have to go all the way up in the max month. It can go up in a different month. It's now 5 a.m. and August, and I should fast forward some time to get a little bit brighter, but I don't think I'm going to do anything in this month. I'm just checking on the fields. We don't have the soil samples over here quite yet for the precision farming. Somebody asked me or said that there is no precision farming back in the 1950s or something along that line. It's part of the mod requirement for this pack, so unfortunately I do have to use it. It's now 6 a.m. here in September, and I did sleep in a little bit longer thinking the sun would be up more, but it should come up here in a minute. It is time to plant. Looking at the crop calendar here, we're going to go ahead and plant some barley in there. I was thinking about going with wheat. That way I could have a swath drop in for some straw. And I don't know. I'm not too convinced quite yet of what I want to do here. Barley will give me more food for the chickens, but I'll lose out on the swath dropping. Also, I'm noticing barley will be harvestable 1 month sooner. Let's just go ahead and go with barley this time around because the straw's not proven to be something so important that I may need. Maybe not. I don't know, but maybe by March we could end up having another field in and I could plant some more oats. We do have that field where I did harvest oats, the one I'm standing on right now. I'm thinking about doing something different that time around, or I can still do oats in at the end. I'm not sure. Grass field is almost ready to harvest. It will be harvestable next month. This month here, we will be getting these soil samples over here and getting the barley in the ground. Let's see exactly how much that's going to cost. I will end up having to buy the soil samples over here and the soil samples over here. Should just get one of those big soil sampler test things. It's all good. Let's purchase that. $4,000 something. Holy cow. That was almost $5,000. And we got $6,500 here. Ooh, maybe I should really buy one of those things. That is not looking good at all. $17,000 left over. What was that? $4,987 and a $6,562. Ooh, that is not looking good. I am not liking that. And we are here in the month of September at 6:16 in the morning, ready to go. What we're going to be doing this month is planting our largest field. So it is a little dark out here, but it's fine. It's going to get pretty bright pretty fast because we're sticking with that 5 times speed. But our largest field over there, let's do some barley in it. And that barley is going to end up turning into chicken feed. Now, I don't think there's a swath dropping with barley, but we'll figure that out as time goes on and after the harvest, of course. This one planter here will not be enough, and I guess I got to open it up. I was like, why is that not working? And open it up, that would do it. $39 for that seed right there. This thing only holds 85 liters. Ooh, that is not good at all. I'm going to end up buying 2 more of them, getting them out here. Maybe 3 more of them. Get all 4 of the tractors out here running. Might be a good idea. First one off and going here, and I think I'm going to have to refill this a couple of times. I could turn on that buy seed option, but I'm going to avoid that for right now. I'll just go ahead and top it off as it goes. Looks like it's going to take a little over 23 minutes with all 4 of these out here, but I don't have all 4 of them out here. Let's start buying some. Hopefully I got enough money. I can't exactly remember how I set up the previous one. Wish I was an option where you could just select it and go with it. I mean, this is FS22. FS25 still doesn't have that option where you can just be like, hey, I want it to look like the previous one I had. But either way, I think we got enough money. $1,250 for one of them. Let's go ahead and buy 3 of them. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3 right there. Well, this may prove to be a problem. I didn't even get the second tractor out here in time, and this one already ran out of seeds. So maybe I will be turning on that buying seeds option. And plus, it didn't even make it 2 headlands around. Looks like it did start the second headland, so 1.5 headland around. It ran out. Got the second one over here already filled up, about to hit the field, but I'm not fast enough. Yeah, I was totally confused where my other tractors were. I forgot I stuck them up in here. It looks like this is where they're at. Let's get them out there. 2 tractors on the field now, and let's see if I can get them out there before one of them runs out. Not sure how I did it, but got the 4th one out here before another one ran out. So I guess mainly it took too long to probably purchase the seeders. That's probably what happened. Either way, they're all out here going now. I do not have it on buying seeds or anything like that. Looks like a little spotty. Spots being missed here and there. You can see where the lime's still left behind. I don't know how that's looking on the map. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of hit and miss, I guess. I can see a little bit right here behind E. There's one spot, but the other spots I cannot see. So I'll take a look at that at the end, go back through, touch up what gets missed, and go from there. Trying to knock out a few things here and there in between the refills. Looks like we got one needing refilled, and I'll probably have to do them back to back to back possibly here in a second. But while all that's going on, I'm going to let them run. I'm going to refill these seeders myself, and then try to load up logs and get them sold at the same time. Oh, looks like I got a tree down over there. I should probably take care of that here in a second too. D-lemon. Guess that was done last time. It's really not that hard of a thing to take care of this stuff right here. All I gotta do is just put it on last waypoint after I top it off, and then hit play. It'll go right back to where it was. Looks like we got another one somewhere out there, I guess right here. Same thing, top it off, hit last waypoint. I like to at least get it on the field or close to where it was last. That way it doesn't spend so much time driving really slow over to the point. I guess there is probably easier ways I can do this. Edit the XML, just go ahead and set it on buy-in, or maybe even get some sort of seed runner type thing and just be out here on the field refilling them over and over again. I don't know if that was really a thing back in the 1950s, so I'm not going to waste my time looking into it though. Maybe y'all can let me know in the comments. Just got done de-limbing this tree, and I tell you what, this is so nice. Been doing a lot of forestry work here lately over on FS25, and it is so different. If y'all didn't know, I do live streams over on my other channel, LFG Dad. It is a lot of variety live streaming, but I do live stream Farming Simulator over there as well. Not any Farming Simulator 22, but Farming Simulator 25, I do live streams over there, and most of the time they are multiplayer. So if you want to check those out, make sure you go over to my other channel, LFG Dad. Should be somewhere on the homepage. If not on there, I'm sure you can search it and probably find it. Now you may notice these logs are not all the way to the back. I'm not doing those 2 stacks anymore where it's 6 meters front, 6 meters back, because this truck actually gets overloaded way too easy. I mean, a really nice semi, really nice. I believe the engine's already upgraded way past what it should have been in the 1950s. But hey, it's cool. Maybe we were a good mechanic and got it upgraded ourselves. But either way, 9-meter logs here, gonna top it off, and then we should be able to drive to the sell point a lot easier than previously. You know what? Ignore what I just said, because apparently this is having a hard time as well. 6 miles an hour up this hill? I don't know. It was doing 1 and 2 miles an hour. There it goes. Maybe if I wasn't driving over a log, it would be fine, but I am driving over a little log there. Well, that's pretty fast. Looks like we got one finished worker all done there. And I'm still trying to get those logs over there. You can see that semi back there in the background, getting closer and closer. Now, here's a big question. Do I go through and touch up all these little spots where all this lime is left over? I don't think so. And we'll look at that a little bit later once we get done with the very last tractor. The planting part was the easy part. The hard part is trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these. I'm actually going to go ahead and put them underneath this cover over here, trying to put stuff up underneath cover. Now, of course, this door right here is going to be blocked, but do we use it for anything? No, we don't. Maybe I shouldn't block it anyways, but it'd be fine. Moving these logs over to the sell point because we're a little under $12,000, but I keep seeing that sawmill right there thinking, hey, maybe I should top that off more, but it's probably got quite a bit in it already. I know it produces pretty slowly because we looked at that previously with trying to sell off in June or July with that furniture during the best sell time. It was like, hey, it's not enough. Let's not sell it off. So I think it's safe to say, let's just go ahead and sell these off right here. It looks like we got another finished worker up there. 2 tractors down, 2 more to go. Let's see how that field looks with all those spots in a second, but first, we're going to sell this off. Full load of logs right there, $27,747 plus a $2,240 environmental score reward. Man, I am loving that environmental score reward. Really surprised it's up there in a positive and not a negative, though. By the time I got over here to this tractor, looks like another one finished up, and then the third one's going to be coming up here in just a second to finish. Please have enough seeds, and I ain't got to top it off. All the seeding is all done, and with all them finishing up so closely together, I'm able to use the follow me mod and get them coming behind me, but I don't see them anymore. Looks like those tractors are driving themselves back there, so kind of creepy. All the seeders are now put away underneath that cover right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, all done. Now we got 4 tractors sitting over here doing nothing. Next up, we're going to roll these seeds down. I don't know. Did I roll them down last time? I'm not sure. Let's see what kind of roller we got out there if we have one. I do know we got a grassland roller over there. Oh, wait a second. I think I remember this one right here being the roller. That is the roller for the seed stuff right there. And sorry, I ran so fast. Every now and then I like to run a little fast. There's a whole lot of spots left on this field here. Does that mean it missed on the planting? I really don't think it did. Let's look at the map real quick. And looky here. No spots on this map layout at all. That one that was there previously, I guess, got touched up by a tractor passing by later on after I showed you. But no spots. So I'm going to trust that it did its job. We'll see during harvest time if there's bunch of spotty little spots everywhere throughout this field. But next up, it needs rolling. Also, our pH value is saying good, but it's really not good in all the places. Some of them are actually reading bad. Actually, you know what? Some of them are reading perfect. I don't know. Maybe we'll go through, put down some more lime. Also, the nitrogen is bad. That is the fertilizer. We'll need to do that as well. But first up, let's go ahead and roll these seeds in the ground. Instead of getting all 4 of these tractors set up with a roller, I'm going to go ahead and just set up 2 of them with rollers. I'll have to buy a new one. Then one of them's going to take care of the lime. One of them's going to take care of the fertilizing. And that should be able to knock out all the work we need done. I'm really debating whether I should do this or not because we didn't even make it very far and it's already out. Now it is saying perfect over the spot that we just went over, and with precision farming it shouldn't use more. We got a okay here, we got a perfect here and there, we got good here and there. Actually, you know what? I don't think any of it does say perfect, and I don't know how big of a difference perfect is going to make. But I do know without adding any pH value, any nitrogen, we are sitting at an expected yield of 91% right here in this area with a yield potential of 125%. So let's go ahead and get this topped off one more time, and I'm going to turn on the buy and lime. That way it could go a little bit faster, but there's a cautionary area right there. Because if I run the fertilizer at the same time, it's going to buy fertilizer. I do not want that to happen. Or do I? Maybe I do. Luckily, the roller doesn't cost too much money. We're going to buy one more here for $1,500. There was one that had 4 meter working with. Let's look at that real quick, but this is ours now. 4 meter working with over here, but it requires 60 horsepower. So I'm guessing I can only do that with the big old bulldozer tractor I got. I should probably give it a try with this tractor because this one actually runs really good. Even though it has a 50 horsepower requirement, it still runs really, really fast, really, really good. Making me think that 4 meter one will actually work really fine with this tractor because I believe this tractor right here only has 51 horsepower. Yeah, I had to go ahead and check that out. Looks like our tractor does only have 51 horsepower right here. Hold up. Do I got all different tractors? Oh, wow. I guess 2 of the tractors I have are 35 horsepower. I was not paying attention there. Oopsie. I actually confirmed this is one of my smaller tractors, so I probably could go up to that 4 meter roller. Not going to worry about it right now. But with this being one of my smaller tractors, and oh my gosh, I just realized I made a mistake. I started it up on the wrong side. I was like, wait a second, this looks familiar. So it's just rolling what already been rolled. Let me fix that real quick. But this one only has 35 horsepower and can run this pretty good. I had it set on left 1. Let's put it over on right 1 this time. There it goes. You can start back up and get going. Ooh, just top this thing off right here. $454 for one top off here. Gosh, I mean, it was almost empty, but I am really, really worried about how much fertilizer this field's going to take. Now, previously, whenever we fertilized, it didn't take much because we were doing a grass field, but now this is not a grass field. Anything outside of grass fields usually uses a lot more fertilizer, and that is what really, really worries me. I'm going to go ahead and knock this out myself, keep a close eye on it. I mean, this is definitely something I do not want to be buying. The lineman is still going. That's why the money's dropping a little extra fast because we're buying some lime there, and that one would require refilling multiple times, like 10 to 20 probably. But this one right here, I'll probably have to refill right around 5 times looking like. Lineman is all done. That's that finished work in the top left. We can see that money's definitely slowed down a lot on the whole drop in speed type thing there right there. And I just thinking, should I go ahead and hire a worker with this? Nah, I'll knock it out myself. I'm not in too much of a hurry. I mean, even hiring a worker and refilling it every now and then would probably be a smart decision. And I am wasting a lot over to the right. It may look like I'm wasting a lot over to the right, but it's really not. With precision farming, it does not waste any over the field. For example, precision farming here is still activated. I got the seeder activated. There it goes. It started up, but it wasn't running there for a second. Even once I get done right here, it's gonna stop. That's the great thing about precision farming. It's not gonna waste the seeds or fertilizer or anything like that. I wonder when it's coming to FS25 if it hasn't already. Just ran out of my first thing of fertilizer. Looks like I did a up down kinda. I mean, I had a little bit of a side area there I had to take care of. You know, a little side quest, like side quests in these games and everything. 400 liters right there is costing $480. That would be more than doubled. I think it's actually just a doubled rate from the other buy price, not this buy price, because that buy price right there is actually cheaper than the one at the store. Just topped off again, another $480 gone for 400 liters of fertilizer, but this should be the last one. I'm really thinking it is gonna be the last one. All done with the fertilizing, and that finished work up there is one of the rollers. Another one should be wrapping up here pretty soon. Got this lime spreader one up here on the way as well. Just trying to drive it off the field and then get busy with something else. Y'all know how it goes. 85 liters left over right here. I'll probably go top it off. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll just end up saving that money for right now and spend it on a rainy day instead. Taking a quick walk across the field here, and it's all looking really good. Now, we do miss a little bit there with the yield potential and the yield expected. I think that's mulching or something like that. I don't know. I never get a perfect matchup on that because there's a few steps I don't do that I'm probably should be doing. Now, we're actually done with this month unless I just decide to go out there and cut down a bunch of trees, which I really don't want to deal with right now. Next month, we will be harvesting this grass. Let's get to sleep and start that up. Ooh, it is really, really dark this morning, but the later in the year we get, the darker it's gonna get. I'm not actually too worried about it because I can see lights over there straight ahead of us, but I can't see lights over here in our new building. Let's go ahead and get some lights in here while it's still dark. I think about this more. Maybe I should have done this during daytime. That is looking a lot better. It is lit up over there. Now I don't do much at nighttime, but every now and then I do. And I just realized, hey, our sawmill's not lit up. Let's go ahead and take care of that too. There we go. Now we're all completely lit up. That should do the job. Let's get out there and go ahead and start up these tractors on the mowing. I did just notice we might have some bad weather coming soon. Let's see what that is. Looks like right around 9 a.m. we're going to get some rain. And how long is that going to last? Oh, no. Going to last almost all day long. A little bit after 1400, I guess it's going to stop. Ooh, that's not good. Well, early start shouldn't be too bad, right? I don't know why I haven't went through and went ahead and set up the course for ×2 with the pickup. Oh well, I usually just started up kind of in the center here, and that's where I'm going to start up right here. This is not exactly the center, but it will do for now and keep it moving pretty fast, I think. Whoa, hold up, never mind. That's not going to work. It's going in a different direction. Na, 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 na. Oh man, I messed that up, I guess. Looks like this will do the job a little bit. Now, of course, once that other one catches up to where there's no grass left on the field for it to pick up, I'll go ahead and move it further on down the line as well. I'll try to remember next time around to actually change it over to 2 times pickup so they can both be going at the same time. And hopefully we get the up downs in the same direction as well. Looking a little more into this right here, and I guess the furniture is up there in a really, really good sell price right now. That little blue arrow to the left thing, I've never actually had anything hit those sell points before, but I believe that's an extra sell of some sort that's going to raise the value of it. And that's why it's showing up as a bright green right over here as well. $12,051 of value. Now let's go ahead and take a quick peek in here and see exactly which locations is taking this for best sell price and everything. Oh, boy, that's the wrong thing. Let's see here. Come on. Hide, can't sell. View value at sell points. It's not showing me a value at a sell point or anything like that. That's weird. Did come in here. Looks like the farm shop is up there quite a bit as well. Let's see here. Is there a price fluctuation? Yes, there is. 2309 showing the highest in October. And guess what? We are in October right now. That value is probably going down with every minute, though. The 2309 was probably closer towards the midnight time. Ooh, man. Thinking about stopping one of these workers. Oh, this would be the one to stop. Actually, it's got the front loader stuff on it. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Start loading that stuff up or just hauling it over there. I don't know. Either way, we're going to get it over there. Looking a little closer at this, I guess I do not have anything for pallets, picking up pallets. This will work for picking up pallets. Pretty awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and purchase some pallet forks as well, and we'll pop that weight on the back of this because I got a feeling these pallets might be a little too heavy to lift up onto either a trailer or a truck bed or just drive over there. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this quite yet. Yeah, it looks like that furniture price did drop. Oh my gosh, it's out of the bright green now. Holy cow, we missed it. Completely missed it. I don't know if I like how fast this is going here. Looks like both mower tractors are all done here. That one's all done because that person just disappeared and it says finished work in the top left now. But we'll go ahead and get these off the field, put away. There's actually something else I want to do because I believe this is the last time I'm going to be using any of this equipment until next year. So it looks like those spots where that lime was left over is actually not planted. I was kind of worried about that, but oh well, I'll leave it. It's fine. We'll go with it. We can see little spots here and there throughout this field. It's gonna bother me, but I know for the future to go ahead and fix that. Let's see if I can remember though in the future. Here's what I was wanting to do. I don't know. I didn't really look around for a different one, but it's a workshop. It's the No Man's Land workshop. It looks like it fits this situation pretty good with the way I got this old wooden barn type stuff going on. We'll go ahead and put this in right here. Should work out great, hopefully. Let's see what happens. Not only do I want to repair all this equipment before winter, I also want to go ahead and clean it up as well. Now, will I clean up all of it? I don't know. Probably just in passing, I'll clean it up over time as it gets used, but I definitely need to do a lot of maintenance to these tractors. Let's see why. Okay, that one's not a good example because it's only got 2.8 hours and the maintenance is way, way up there. Let's see if I can find an older one. Still not a good example. 3 hours on this one and the maintenance is way, way up there as well. I guess our old ones are out here on the field. Look at that. That maintenance is all the way down there. Don't know if it's really the trailer or if it's the tractor. I believe it's mainly the tractor because I have been noticing that this whole time while planting the field and then getting all this set up and everything for mowing. I've been noticing some of them have been down there quite a bit on the maintenance area, and we'll get all this done, taken care of before winter hits. Rain is now here, but the workers are still going, so I am very, very grateful for that. Did not want to have to stop for the rain. Now, of course, I'm sure this is not good for the equipment or anything like that, but it should be fine. It's just a game, right? And I'm sure this worker right here is hating his life having to be out here in the rain doing this. One forage wagon all done right here. Quite a bit left over there. I'll just let that one do its thing while I start working on some maintenance stuff, possibly, or I got some stuff to do in real life, you know, like cook these kids some food and eat the food. We ended up with 54,683 liters out of this one right here. The other one should be somewhat close, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I stopped right there. I was thinking about picking that little piece up that got mowed down. I'll get that with the next one. I'm sure I'll forget, though. Last tractor here, all done picking up the grass. 84,328 liters right there. That is looking pretty good. You know, this is the only thing I've really modded the XML file to. Maybe there's a few other ones in there, but I really need to mod the ones that use the fertilizer in the lime because I keep having to refill them so many times. But this also took a lot of unloading to do. It would have took a whole lot of unloading to do on that field we just finished. And I'm pretty sure I just said to do. Oh well. Looking in here in the bottom right, we got a bunch of grass in there. You know what? Let's go to a different screen. That probably showed it a little better. Okay, looks like we got 130,000 liters of grass in there. Hay is 144,000, silage 290. What are we making here? Looks like we're making just hay right now. Trying to focus on getting the hay and the silage kind of balanced out right there. And I got a feeling it's going to be pretty balanced out once this is all done running through it. Once those two are balanced out, we can start making some TMR, I believe, because we have hay and silage right here. That makes some TMR. Now TMR means cows. Heck yes, I am so ready for some cows. Let's get some cows out here soon. I don't think we're going to get them in this year, but let's go through and do some maintenance to these tractors, get it all taken care of, see how much it costs. I'm really not sure. Might do a little paint job to them too. You know, that's one thing I really don't care too much about. Also, got to wash them up. Man, this forage wagon is so dirty. I don't think it's going to be very damaged, but it did look very damaged. Of course, we're just using a bucket and a sponge here. I didn't want to go with any high pressure washer of some sort because I don't know what was around back in 1951, plus I don't want to do the research on that. Now that both of those are all clean, let's go ahead and look in here at some maintenance. I guess it's inside here. I had to turn this little trigger thing on. I had no idea where it was at. Really like this. That's pretty cool. And holy cow, let there be light. It got bright in here. I guess I turned on with the door opening maybe? Interesting. And looky there, I did get parked in both of them. We got a repair option here for the tractor of $1,235. Let's do that real quick. Also want to possibly customize it because I don't know if this is the one that goes up even higher. Let's see here. Farmall MD right there. That would be the one. I believe the Farmall MD is the more horsepower. Hold on, where are we sitting at? That's only 35 horsepower. That's 51. Okay, so the Super M is what we're going with. We need that Super M. This one's already good. We're good there. Now we'll look at repairing this as well. We can repair it. I do not see any option to repaint. I guess we can't do that right here, but I'm also not worried about paint conditions. It is going to look a little old, beat up and everything like that, of course, but it's fine. Let's just get this stuff repaired and put back away and probably sleep through the winter. Not sure what's going on here, but I can't seem to pick the sponge up again. So yeah, let's just go ahead and repair this stuff. Okay, I pulled the tractor away, then I came over here and I was able to pick the sponge up. Maybe I just had the vehicle too close. Let's try that again. And there it goes. Looks like it's going to work now. Both these are actually already repaired. I guess if I want to do the whole paint job, I got to take it all the way up to the shop and their store or whatever, possibly. Part of me is a little confused on why I'm even worrying about washing this. It's just going to be so dirty as soon as we get around to doing our first piece of field work next year. Now, I believe this is a tractor I want to actually upgrade because it's got that MD on the side. I can see it from here through the window. I believe it's got to be a Super M. Let's just go ahead and repair this stuff. Not going to wash it like I mentioned. It just seems like it's going to be a waste having to wash this stuff. But we'll come in here and hit customize. Let's see here. Is there Super M or Super MD, I guess? Wait, hold on. Where is the high-powered one? There it is right there. 51 horsepower. $7,000 for that. Ooh, man, I'm not liking that, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Another $7,000 gone right there, and that's going to take our balance down to $6,121, unfortunately. I don't even know if that's going to be enough money to survive the winter because I believe each month we're going to be losing some money. I should probably look at getting some sort of greenhouses in here to get some sort of passive income coming in. I think I did mention one time about getting like solar panels or something like that, just kind of jokingly mentioning it, but I should probably go away from that joke and instead of doing generators that way, we could do generators with greenhouses. I just realized I forgot to do the liming and the fertilizing over here. I wonder if this will grow on its own without me doing anything to it. I believe you got to do either the fertilizing or the rolling to it to make it start growing. I don't want to mess with it. I think we're good on grass and everything. Let's just take a little walk back over to our house and sleep, and I'll look at it next month. Looks like I don't have to do anything to it and the grass did start growing up. That is awesome. I thought you had to do something. I guess not. So we're at stage 2 or 3 here. That's good. It's going to grow up. We're not going to get as much yield on the next harvest of it, but we'll be fine. Now let's look into our other fields. Large field over here doing really good. Expected yield 99%, yield potential 100%. That is awesome. Growth stage 3 of 6, so I guess we got 3 more months, 4 more months, something like that. I feel like that doesn't line up very well with the months. We got some large weeds over here, but we're not doing anything with this field until around springtime, I think. Let's go ahead and sleep till January and get this year over with. We're now in the month of January. It looks like we got a little snowman still set up over here, a little snow texture going on with our house over here as well. I don't think we got any snow out on the ground, and I mean, nothing to think about. I can obviously see there's no snow out on the ground, but we'll see if anything spawns in. One thing we do need to turn off is probably this over here. Let's see exactly how much we got of everything in here, or we could just turn it over to TMR. Looking in here, we're done making grass hay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and start making TMR. We're at an almost perfect 1-for-1 ratio type thing over here. It's 275,000 liters of hay, then 290,000 liters of silage, and we'll just go ahead and turn that over to TMR. I was trying to get it perfect. Well, I mean, as perfect as it can be, and this is pretty close, I would say. Now, that would probably blow through and make really fast, and we could probably go ahead and get some cows within the end of this month or next month, and we probably could have got some cows last month or the month before that. Fields are still looking good. We're in growth stage 3 of 6 here, so yeah, I guess those didn't really line up with the month, but it's all good. One thing I do need to do is go ahead and start loading up all our furniture. That way we can at least have it ready to sell, because by the time it takes me to load it versus the sale price, it's probably going to take me longer to load it, and it's going to take the sale price down. Mentioning the sale price, let's go ahead and take a quick peek in here and looking at the sell values of stuff. Hey, I mean, a lot of stuff is as good price in January, but it's not quite there. I'm looking for that bright green. I mean, at least we got some wood chips there, but only $35 worth, not going to worry about. I'm excited to say that we are done with this year. It should say 1952 there in the top right, but it does not. We noticed previously that there's a little mess up. It will switch over in like March or something like that, and I can manually switch it over, and I'll probably do that next episode. We're done with the year 1951. We're done with this episode. Really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.